Welcome to another episode of Reacted Content. We have a super fun episode. We have NFL draft recap, playoff basketball, a new segment we're calling Hear Me Out, and very exciting, our very first fan interview. So we have Ryan the Jet coming on to talk everything New York Jets. And after that, we'll do another Make a List Foundation. Should be super fun. And then we'll remind you guys to love what you have. So let's do it.
React. 2. Content.
Ladies, gentlemen, lizard people, hello and welcome. It is April 28th, and happy birthday to Kenyon Barner, running back, most known for Oregon Ducks, but also played some pro ball.
Kenyon with a J. With a J.
That's right. That's alphabet.
Soft J. Yeah.
Yeah. Did he have any? He had some success in the NFL. Some of it hilarious, but
Yeah,
forgot about that.
Kenyon Barner, born April 28th, 1989. So older than us, thank God. Oregon Duck. Kind of sat behind Demarius Thomas. Was it Demarius?
D'Anthony.
D'Anthony. Two speedsters.
Yeah.
Kenyon was amazing. All-American 2012, first team Pac-12 in 2012 as well. Year we graduated high school, so we were, locked in. You were a bit of a Ducks fan back then too, so.
I was, dude. I mean, they had super exciting teams back then.
Yeah, no, they were awesome. Fun fact, and it's kind of odd, but he's actually a 3-time Super Bowl champ. It shouldn't be complicated, but it is. He won his first one with the Eagles during the Nick Foles Super Bowl. He was their kick returner, who he actually played in the game. He was there. But then he moved on to the Patriots, and he bounced around active and non-active, and then I think he didn't finish the year with them. Won a ring with the Patriots. Same kind of thing with the 2020 Bucks. But yeah, Kenyon Barner, 3-time ring holder. Not even a ring chaser, just
Sometimes people get rings. I mean, Bronny James is in the NBA. Sometimes these things just happen. But no,
So
dude,
true.
so he's a 3-time Super Bowl champion. His NFL stats as a rusher, he was a pretty electric returner. So not taking anything away from him, but so he played 76 games. He had 104 rushing attempts for 416 yards and three touchdowns. He has like a Trent Richardson, like just 4 yards. That's I can get 4 yards, no more, no less.
No, that's disrespectful to Barner. I think Trent Richardson was averaging like 2.5. Man, that guy,
Yeah,
literally just like straight line. Okay, I'll just
the guy was
straight line.
electric in the XFL though.
Oh yeah,
I'm just kidding. He
well,
wasn't
electric as in like a touchdown machine from the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pencil in for
Kenyon
that.
though, we grew up watching.
Kenyon.
You. We love you.
Yeah, super
birthday,
super
brother.
stud. Happy
Mhm.
birthday, super stud at Oregon and champion.
Superstar.
Nice, dude. Well, so he was a 6th-round pick in the NFL draft. We recently had the beautiful spectacle that is the NFL draft. And with the first pick in the 2026 NFL draft, the Las Vegas Raiders selected Fernando Mendoza, which nobody saw coming.
Yeah, total shock to everybody.
Yeah. We won't spend too much time on Fernando, but it is nice. Yes, I'm a Raiders fan. I'm biased, but it is nice to have hope. And there's so many fan bases out there that know exactly what I'm talking about. And we haven't drafted a QB that was actually intended to play real minutes, like had a possibility to play, since Derek Carr. And I know people have their jokes about Derek Carr, but he was awesome. And he's easy to make fun of, had like a down end to his career. But anyways, there's hope again. And we haven't had it since DC, and it's beautiful to see.
Yeah, that's great, man. I'm happy for you. I like the kid. Such a good kid. I mean, just kind of a weirdo almost on camera because he is such a nice dude. But I love him.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. I remember when JA-17 got picked, and here we are. So yeah, you're
Yeah,
full of hope. Full of hope.
full of hope that it is freaking beautiful. But dude, I think Vegas might already be fucking with that kid's head. I don't know if you
He said
saw.
the F word,
He said the F word. What the heck, dude? I thought he was a flip guy. I thought he was a flipping guy.
right? I thought we were gonna get another Phillip Rivers.
Me too, man. That's kind of it's kind of disappointing. I was hoping he would like stand on that table and be like, I don't swear. I don't do it. Instead, it took him, one day of being in Sin City to start sinning. But I mean, that's good for the black hole, I guess. As long I'm just joking around, but I mean, it is still pretty funny.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it.
Yeah, but we knew that was coming. So congratulations to Mendoza and congratulations to Raider Nation. We got hope, and he's a stud. But so they only had one pick in the first round of the NFL draft. We went into the draft with 6 teams having two slotted to have 2 first-round picks, right? We ended the draft with 7 teams select at least 2 guys in the first round, and we had one team, the Jets, that traded back in after they already picked twice and had 3. So of the 32 picks in the NFL draft, we had 6 teams pick 18 of those. That's math, right?
I think
Bad math.
17.
Let's do all right. Let's do math on camera. I'm dumb as shit. So 6 times 2 is 12, and then the Jets 3, so 15. Almost half of the draft. We got there. I don't even need a calculator for that, dude. But
I'm usually not that bad at math, but that was embarrassing. But anyway,
yeah. I mean, I am not good at math. I'm not good at much, but I did the math on camera. Yeah. So pretty crazy to have that many teams pick multiple times in the draft, and we're no draft experts, but for a draft that had, that seemed to lack the star power, it seems as though a lot of teams did pretty good. The Jets did some interesting stuff, though, we'll say.
yeah, they're second of the third. A tight end, but he's a super athlete too. I think they did a good job. Yeah, they did a good job.
I mean, we don't know what the kid's going to be, but having a top 5, having a top 3 tight end in the league is something that changes everything. I don't know who the heck's going to throw him the ball, but that's a next year problem. Unless their 4th round pick, the kid from Clemson, is the future.
Yeah.
But they went tight end. So they went David Bailey 2nd overall, which I thought was I think the guy's going to be an absolute stud.
Yeah.
So that's you can't knock a team for going maybe best player in the draft, and then Kenyon Sadiq, the tight end, with the 16th. And yeah, they trade back in to piss off the Bills, I think, and draft Omar Cooper Jr. So 2 offensive guys to help a team that doesn't have a quarterback. But I mean, you're planning for the future. They did it.
No, that was a good pick. All of them, really. I mean, the tight end. If you need a tight end, you need a tight end. And the way the NFL's going, heavy 12, sometimes 13 personnel, the tight ends are becoming more and more and more valuable. So, yeah, I like what the Jets did. But to transition, as far as the first round goes, I think the Cowboys crushed it too with Caleb Downs. That guy's going to be a star. I know safety isn't, as respected as a lot of other positions as far as, a premium pick, but Caleb Downs is a stud, and I'm blanking on their other guy. Oh, was it Malachi Lawrence?
Yeah.
One of my draft crushes. He's a super athlete with size and burst. He needs to refine his pass rush a little bit, from what I've heard.
I think it's fun to shit on the Cowboys because they're America's team, and our friend Casper is fun to make fun of too. So yeah. But no, I think they did good. And if you have 2 first-round picks, you have to crush it.
Mm-hmm.
They got rid of Micah Parsons, but they went edge. That guy has some big freaking shoes to fill. Malachi.
Yeah, he's not going to be ready to rock. He's not going to be like a perennial superstar out the gate, but he's got all the tools to be one. And to pick a toolsy edge rusher and then a high-end safety, that's safe as hell, dude. That's safe. Those are safe picks,
Yeah, I agree. Another team that had two picks. One of them, they traded up in the first round. They already had the 9th, but the Kansas City Chiefs trade up to try to fill the McDuffie hole that was made, and I don't hate that either. I don't know how many star corners are going to come out of this draft, but that's like it's interesting because we always a lot of people talk about like, don't draft for need, you draft for like best player. I don't know if the Chiefs had a choice, man. Like,
Yeah.
someone's got to play cornerback for the Kansas City Chiefs, and they got the guy, I think. So good for them.
Yeah. Yeah, it was gross to see the Chiefs do that because it was a good pick, best corner in the draft, and a lot of people see him as a, day one starter, high caliber player, and then they took the Clemson D tackle.
Dude, that guy's tape. I mean, a lot of these first round picks, their highlight reels are insane for a reason. They're first round picks, but that guy's tape is nasty.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they got a good one, and now they can hopefully hopefully not, but Chris Jones needs to rush more from the inside instead of trying to play as an outside edge. But
yeah,
the Chiefs did a good job. I didn't track a lot of their other picks, but that was a great first round for those garbage people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about every single team, of course, because that's just we have jobs. We ain't time for that. But one more team that had more than one pick in the first round, Cleveland. You can't hate anything they did either, dude. They went tackle number 9, and then your boy, dude, Casey Concepcion. I'm actually amazed that he made it to 24 because
agreed.
I know there's some big names in the draft as far as wide receivers go, like Mekhi Lemon, Tyson, Tate. Obviously, they had hype coming into the draft, dude. But as soon as the draft is over and Casey goes to Cleveland, everyone's like, "Oh, that's the greatest pick ever." I'm like, "Okay, well, what? What? Yeah, I don't know, but I'm pumped. I'm really pumped for him, and I'm pumped for whoever starts quarterback for the Browns. I don't care about the Browns all that much, but whoever is going to start for them, be it the massage man himself or Primetime Junior, who knows who's going to start, but they got a dog.
Yeah, no, they did. Yeah, they took Fano, one of the top tackles in the draft, and then they doubled down at receiver right away with Casey and Denzel Boston in the second round.
Yeah, dude.
Like, no excuses. I mean, they're rookies, so that's not fair, but they're going all in on offense, and I appreciate that, especially when they don't really know who their quarterback is, and with all due respect to all those guys, I don't think they have a lot of faith in high-end quarterback play from any of them. But we'll see. Sanders showed flashes, and Deshaun was good like 5 years ago. So
yeah, dude. At the very least, you're setting up whoever you pick really early next year. Same thing that the Jets did. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they're still setting up. They're setting the next guy up for sure. And one of those dudes, we don't know. Primetime Junior might be good. Deshaun Watson might somehow, maybe he pulled like a Michael Jordan and got unspace jammed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He figured it out.
Who
knows?
Maybe
he just needed less massages. Now that taking him,
maybe
he was too loose.
I think they brought back a massage artist, if you will. You never know.
Yeah, Rossini can't get a job at the Athletic anymore, but he can go
gross
staff of the Browns. Hey, I mean, someone has to cover the Browns. I'm not saying that wasn't massage related. It was bad.
Oh
timing. Yeah, nothing to do with it. But so yeah, the Browns, Jets seem to be on the right track, and as a also perennial bottom dweller team, the Raiders, I'm proud and happy for them. But teams that maybe made some more like head scratching moves. What's one of your least favorite picks, or at least like maybe funniest picks in the first round?
Yeah, and nothing I say is in any disrespect to the player, but Jeremiah Love at number 3. In my, I don't know. I'm not a big running back in the first round guy, obviously, but yeah, Jeremiah Love number 3 to the Cardinals to go play with Jacoby. I will say they're wide receiver. So they got Marvin Harrison Jr. They got Trey McBride, who is easily a top 5 tight end in the NFL. And now they got a running back to go with it. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, but from a building a team situation, I didn't like it, but I'm not a Cardinals fan, so I don't know how they're feeling. I haven't talked to them.
Yeah, no, I feel the exact same way as far as like if you're trying to build for the future, and Jeremiah Love might be a top 5 running back in the NFL this year as a rookie, whatever. He really might be. And
Yep.
but their weapons are nasty. I know Marvin Harrison hasn't quite lived up to his draft stock yet. Still a good player. He has room to grow. And who's been I guess Kyler Murray, I know he's okay, and he's kind of getting glazed ever since he went to Minnesota, but he's had plenty of problems. So Marvin Harrison hasn't had, elite quarterback play, but McBride, Harrison, who's the Mike Wilson,
Yeah, yeah.
dude, that guy's a stud too. And then Bourne is their wide receiver 3. Like they have weapons, and dude, Algier deserves to start in this league. I don't know his
yeah.
first name. Their RB1
Running back
dude,
from the Falcons.
Yes, dude, and he was great. And then they brought Robinson in, and he took a back seat there. Then he goes to Arizona, expecting to be the RB1, and then they draft Jeremiah Love with the 3rd overall pick. That poor bastard.
Yeah, that sucks for him.
Dude. Yeah,
But I
yeah.
think so you got Jeremiah Love at number 3, but just to keep it on Cardinals for a second, they took old Carson Beck in like the 3rd round, I think. I love when these quarterbacks that are not first round top tier talent get picked, and like we're gonna see them. I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
We are definitely going to see him because Jacoby wants more money, and I hope they don't give it to him because that doesn't make any sense. And they need someone to play the quarterback position, so why not Carson freaking Beck, dude?
Yeah, I mean they're gonna even if Jacoby gets his money and they're 0-6, they're gonna hear from the fans, and they'll put Carson Beck out there. And I'm not gonna say how it'll go, but we'll see him this year. We'll definitely. I would put money on we're gonna see Carson Beck slinging the rock this year.
Yeah, no, I think so too. And I guess this is going against our hilarious like Jacoby stop asking for more money thing. But with those weapons and the addition of Jeremiah Love, Jacoby Brissett, who's exactly just competent, like just right in the middle of any quarterback ranking you could ever have, that dude could actually have a pretty good offense. Jacoby Brissett, I mean. And Carson Beck could be an absolute freaking joke. He might be incredible, I don't know, but Jacoby Brissett might have more like on his money grab attempt now because he's just good enough to be a starter. That offense might be electric with the addition of Jeremiah Love.
True, but they almost have to roll Carson Beck out there at some point, unless they're winning with Jacoby,
Which is
that can't
I think
be
is
the
possible.
goal. It is possible, of course.
Yeah, it can't be the goal. I agree, but it's possible.
But let's say they're not doing well, and they're 0-6, 2-8. You have to put Beck out there because you have to see if he's worthy of anything. But I don't know. No matter what, they're gonna have to draft a quarterback next year. Unless Carson Beck gets out there week 10, they have no chance of the playoffs. He's out there like Jameis and Brett Favre, just slinging it, dude.
Yeah, we don't know. Is that where Minshew went as well? Arizona.
I don't know where the mullet went. I don't know.
I think that's where that beautiful man went. So I mean, they have 3 all hilarious options to lead what could be a good offense. Could I still?
Wait.
We started this whole thing by saying Jeremiah Love kind of a dumb pick at 3 with a rebuilding team. We ended it with,
Yeah,
maybe.
But I'm sitting in my basement. Jeremiah Love's a millionaire, so
yeah, I'm pretty sure he's already the highest paid running back in the league right now. Hasn't played snap.
I think with where he was drafted, he makes the most guaranteed money than anyone in the NFL. Yeah, at running back.
Good for him. Yeah, and I have nothing against the Cardinals. I think they just could have probably drafted something else. But them drafting Jeremiah Love set up something beautiful for the Titans. Because I think if Jeremiah Love was there at 4, they take Jeremiah Love. But instead, Cam Ward gets to throw the ball now to Cornell Tate, which is huge.
Yeah, it's so fun. They got Cardinal Tate now to go with Eric Ayominor, who had a great year last year. But they got KJ Osborne, they got Calvin Ridley, And they signed Wandale Robinson to a big contract in the offseason. So with the addition of Cardinal Tate, that's a lethal group. They're doing everything they can for that young quarterback as far as the receiving room goes.
Right. I don't know what their O-line looks like. I'm not a good enough fan of terrible teams to do that kind of research, but hopefully we get a Titans fan on and they can tell us all about it someday. Yeah, but yeah, good for them. Yeah, we'll find one. We'll get Will Compton on. We'll pull the Nebraska card, but
there we go.
Yeah. But I really did like that. And then they did get a second just while we're on the teams with two picks in the first round. They did get another first rounder, but they went edge towards the end. We'll give the guys say his name out loud for respect, but Keldrick Falk.
Oh yeah, big old boy.
Big boy.
I think he's young too. I think he's like 20 or 21 years old.
Must be nice.
Good pick. Yeah, must be nice.
Beautiful. All right, I guess I have one more thing we could talk about in the first round. But if you got another guy in the first round you want to talk about, by all means.
No one in the first round. I mean, I can't go one by one, you know. But
yeah, I know. Yeah, we should. I'm still in the top 10 here, and this isn't what I was gonna say, but the Saints and the Commanders both crushed it. Also, it's just what.
Yeah.
I mean, Sonny Styles is an absolute stud. The Washington's linebacking core was so old, and now they get this young stud to be in the middle of their defense for the next 10 years. That's awesome. And then Jordan Tyson, also great tape. I know he had some medical stuff that scared some teams away, I guess, but that's really good for old Shuckster.
Yeah. I had the Saints written down as well because I think they crushed it. I'm not gonna go one for one because I'm leaving out a few guys that, you know, it doesn't matter. Jordan Tyson was such a good pick. If he can stay healthy, people talked about him. If he was healthy, he'd be a Marvin Harrison type guy. As far as draft bullshit goes, you know what I mean. But they got Christian Miller, D tackle out of Georgia, who is a run stuffing machine and has a little bit of a pass rush upside. They got some offensive line help, and to go with Jordan Tyson, they took Bryce Lance, the younger brother of Trey Lance.
Yeah,
he's a speedster, big, tall, fast, nasty. I was a big fan of his. They got Sonny Styles' little brother, or I don't know who's older actually. They got Sonny Styles' brother, Lorenzo. And then in the 6th round, I think they took Barrion Brown, a wide receiver out of LSU. He had 6 kick return touchdowns while he was at LSU, dude. 6.
Damn,
that's sick.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think the Saints crushed it, dude. They did a great job.
Yeah, and they're helping out the Shuckster, and I love that. And they already have Olave, like they. Yeah. Good for them. That's awesome. All right, I guess the last first round pick we're going to talk about, and this is I don't know if we have the same take on this or not, but Ty Simpson going 13 overall to the Rams. Dude, what? This is obviously my opinion, and everyone can say that I'm crazy or dumb. And I know planning for the future, and like when Roethlisberger left the Steelers for retirement, they didn't have a plan, and it's been shit ever since. So I get it, I really do. But you guys have one of the best rosters in football. You never have a first round pick ever because you don't value them and you trade them away. You get one and you take your quarterback of the future right in the middle of your Super Bowl window. Maybe not even at the middle. Like it's time, dude. Matthew Stafford's not getting younger, and he's still a stud. He won an MVP last year, but you don't know how many years he's going to play. So help your team.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
I couldn't believe it either. I mean, they're in Matthew Stafford's. They're at the end of his career. He can sling it around still. You could have taken a first-round pick on any position of need and anywhere, and you take Ty Simpson, who he's available in the middle of the first round for a reason. He's got very limited upside. I thought it was hilarious. In fact, that makes way less sense than Jeremiah Love at 3. Actually, if you think about it,
I agree. And maybe it's the luxury that the Rams do have a really good roster. You know, like the Jeremiah Love conversation is because they need like boys.
Guys.
You know, they need to build. Yeah, they need. But so, yeah, I don't get it. And I know McVay kind of like he didn't say anything negative in the first place, but made it seem more like he was in line with, I don't know their GM's name, but like it wasn't as big of a letdown as he made it seem during right after the pick. But there's no way he's pumped.
No, dude, he's just gonna live out the rest that Stafford has, and he's just gonna pop smoke when he retires and be like, "I'm done too. I've done enough.
Yeah,
I'm
for
I'm
sure.
not gonna do this."
I think, dude, when they won their first one, I thought there was talks of him retiring already. This might
There
be the
was,
last
yeah.
straw. Him and
Yeah, he's
Stafford
like,
go to Cabo. Him and Stafford go to Cabo together, dude. They're not. That's Ty Simpson is not the pick. I mean, it was the pick, but I do not get it.
I love it. I love it. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't think they'd have a chance at like a young guy again, just because they're gonna be picking at the later stages of the draft. You know,
Yeah,
because they're
I don't
because
know.
when Stafford's there, you would think they're gonna win quite a few games, but they've also had dud years with because he's had injury concerns too. But I don't
Yeah,
know. Maybe that's more
I
of a
don't know
thing.
either.
Maybe it's more of like a fill. Maybe they wanted someone that they could shape and mold to fill in for Matt when he's like hurt because he does get hurt. He has got like that back thing at least lingering in the background.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, if the league glazes McVay for being such a great coach, and I know that he is a great coach, but they didn't have to not waste. They didn't have to pick a quarterback at 13 overall to get a guy that McVay could get in his system and make good.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't get it. I get planning for
yeah.
the future. You don't want to have that massive hole there uh when our when Stafford leaves. But yeah, but I don't get it.
I
But
don't get
hey,
it
we
either.
have actually our boy Ryan calling in to talk even more about the New York Jets.
Oh
Let me
boy.
let me, let me chime in.
Hey, how you doing?
What's
Ryan,
up,
what's
dude?
up?
Not too much. How you been? You
Doing
got your
good,
boy.
man. Yeah, a big surprise, dude. But it
I
was
thought
awesome.
1% chance you might have fallen to
Yeah,
two, but it went away quick.
dude, I thought there was like a 1% chance that you guys might make the most hilarious thing ever and like give us a first round pick next year and your second overall and take him. But instead, you guys wanted
Yeah,
that kid from Clemson.
yeah, yeah. Our next, the goat.
Yeah,
He
the
fits
quarterback problem solved.
all of Parcells' requirements for a quarterback. So if we throw it back to
Yeah,
1998, he might be all right.
yeah, he's gonna win the Jacksonville Jaguars a Super Bowl in 4 years.
Yeah, definitely. As soon as you
All
leave,
right, brother. So yeah, Joe, how do you think it went? You had 3 first round picks, uh, no third and no fifth, I believe, right? But yeah, you had
nope.
plenty of picks. How do you think? How did it go?
Um, it was weird, but I thought really well. Um, I think we talked on the original pod. I knew Edge was going to be the first pick. I think it kind of came down between Bailey and Reese. I know a lot of fans were disappointed in Bailey. They all wanted Reese, but Bailey's just a high floor guy. Like, I don't know. I'm excited for him. I'm excited to watch him across from Will McDonald. And then
Yeah,
obviously we had 16. We thought maybe Simpson at 16. So when the Rams snagged him, it was like, all right, that's not it. And then if it wasn't Simpson, then receiver. So then we go Sadiq and is like, okay, like not receiver, but offensive weapon. Like, I'll take it.
yeah, he
And then we
catches
trade back up.
balls.
Yeah. And then we trade back up and get the receiver. I was like, okay, like sweet.
Yeah,
So it was the first round I thought went extremely well. And maybe Dylan might be able to correct me, but I think the Bills were looking at Cooper, liked him, so we jumped up ahead of them to grab
Yeah,
him, which I
yeah.
also liked. So that
That was
was
a great.
exciting.
I think
yeah,
the Jets did a
But
great job,
then,
dude.
yeah, Pons in the second, just another D back. Like we have so many D backs. I forgot to even mention on the last pod I got so hyped about Demario. We got Minka. So like
oh
we've
yeah,
just been stacking D backs. So another great ad. And his pro comp was Aaron Glenn, which I thought was hilarious too.
That's
yeah.
cool.
That is hilarious.
Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, so the top four guys I thought all solid ads. And then Klubnik traded up for him for some reason. I thought we could have gotten him like probably in the sixth. Like we didn't have a fifth, so with our sixth we could have gotten him. And we traded up to get him, which is weird. Um but then we got like a great guy in the seventh. That was like a fourth round grade. So overall, liked it. Really happy with the guys coming in I think there's a couple other guys in there, but those are the main ones.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, you can't hate the Jets for trading up, and taking a swing at quarterback. I mean, like you guys, with all due respect, I've had the same problem as a Raiders fan, but yeah, I mean, taking a shot at a QB, can't hate that.
nah, no, and
Trading up for it,
honestly,
yeah,
yeah, Gino's going to be our guy this year.
that's right.
So and we're probably drafting another guy next year. So if he's a perennial second, third string and he's decent, then fourth round isn't that crazy of a spend on it. So yeah,
Yeah,
he seems like a good kid. His phone call with Frank Reich was hype. Yeah, he's ready to work. So we'll see.
that's awesome. Yeah, I mean the Rams kind of saved you from even having to think about that Ty Simpson at 16, which
Yeah,
sounds dumb, but at least now you guys improved like other positions instead of
Mhm.
taking a shot at what most people are going to call a reach at
Mhm.
quarterback. And Sadiq might be, if he's a top tight end in the league. Not every team has that. Every team has a tight end. Not every team has an elite tight end, and that guy is a
Nope.
freak of nature. So
yeah. And you have him and Cooper now and Garrett. It just opens up so many things for each other. Like it just takes heat off of each other. Gives Frank Reich some stuff to play with. I know he had a lot of success with Ertz, back in Philly. Um, so yeah, I'm looking forward to them seeing them hit the field.
Yeah, I think the Jets crushed it, dude.
oh yeah, I'm sure
Their
Gino's
first
gonna.
4 picks for money for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was also
now Gino has a stable of weapons, and he's
yeah,
sorry,
exactly.
yeah,
But
he's just gonna ball out, and you're gonna make the Raiders look even dumber than they do.
we'll see. No, but I was just thinking I saw because I was also really worried about Aller getting picked up because Aller is just like the perfect Jets pickup in like the draft. And so I'm in like Discord chat with a bunch of other Jets fans, and somebody put like the Mark Safe on Facebook. It was like Mark Safe from Simpson and Aller. Like it's like, is there both guys that our ownership would be like, yeah, that's like we can fix it. That's our guy. Like they only see like the craziest potential and never like what's actually in a quarterback. So
Yeah,
I was glad neither Aller or Simpson ended up with us. Klubnik is, yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
yeah, you'll see. Whatever. And it's a 4th-round pick instead of a first or a second with Ty. So I mean, even if he does suck, yeah, it sucks to waste a 4th-round pick, but it's not. It's an easier pill to swallow. Who cares,
Yeah.
actually?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? You can't expect them all to be
Nice, dude.
Starters.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like the Jets crushed it. We actually we talked about their 3 first-round picks right before you came on. So yeah,
Okay.
sounds like they crushed it. Do they have any? So the dust is settled. The draft is over. All the teams have what they have. What do you think is like the biggest need still for the New York Jets if they were going to go to free agency or whatever before the week 1?
I would probably say linebacker depth and interior or line depth. Like linebacker depth for sure have one starter in Demario. He is getting up there. And then our second guy, Sherwood, is like he had a decent year. We paid him and he kind of fell off, especially when Salah left. So after those two, there's not much going on. And even the second one's like, eh. So like linebacker depth and then interior line depth. I think we've got a guy in like the 6th from Miami. But I think a lot of guys wanted to take a guard higher. That was why people were pissed about the 4th trade up too, because we had 2 fourths trade him for the 1 for Klubnik. So like we could have taken a guard or center in the 4th also. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I like our tackles. I like Brees. Braylon, our backup running back, is great. Pass catchers we got. Like D-backs, I think we have way too many D-backs. We're going to have to sort them out, who we want to keep. But yeah, linebacker and interior O-line, I'd say probably the biggest targets for the free agency.
Hell yeah. It sounds like the Jets are loaded, dude. So now that the dust is
Yeah,
settled,
We're going all in.
what's there you go. That's all I wanted to hear, dude. It's hope season. So yeah, Jets Super Bowl 2020, whatever.
Yeah,
11.
the
Yeah.
Hopium is coursing. Yep. Yeah, I think it'll be a great year. I'm excited.
Nice, man.
How do you feel? You got your guy.
Dude, I feel incredible.
Raiders going all the way, right? We'll see you in the championship.
No, I wish, bro. We're gonna go all the way to 7 wins.
You think 7? Okay.
I haven't looked at the
Yeah,
opponents, but I know because we sucked so bad last year, we get lower tier opponents. So I mean, if Mendoza's the truth, he doesn't have a lot of boys to throw the ball to, and I'll be honest about that. But they got Bowers. Hopefully, Naylor being out of Justin Jefferson's shadow is a big addition. But yeah, no, I feel good. I feel really good.
Yeah, I love you
Progress.
guys have Fern, Bowers, and like Genty. And then after that, you're like, who else is on this team? But there's such studs like that. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah,
You might be able to make it.
we got some underdogs, dude. We have some underdogs. You know, like we talked about it on the interview that people will hear shortly after this. But yeah, we have some underdogs, and we have some guys that like Raiders fans have faith in. That I don't know, man. I love Trey Tucker, but I don't know. Yeah.
Hey, get Waller.
Yeah,
back.
dude.
He's out of retirement, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I love Waller. Actually, I really do.
Oh yeah, he torched us early on the season this year. It's like I think he got 2 tutties on Sauce. I was upset with him.
Yeah. Nice. Thank you so much, dude. We talked Jets, and like I said earlier, your interview is going to drop on this episode. So tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Great.
Nice. All right, brother. Thank you so much for coming on. We'll have you back on for any big Jet stuff when they go 6-0 and they have to go into Buffalo or something. We'll get you back on.
All right, looking forward to it. See you guys.
Oh yeah. Thanks, man.
Thank you. Peace.
We have a little bit more time. Any later round picks? The first round we covered with great detail because the first round is the most exciting freaking round. What any picks in the day 2? Give me one day 2 and one day 3 at least.
Oh man, that's tough. Let me think. Day 2, I will say Jacob Rodriguez, linebacker. I was pretty jealous that Miami got him. Miami drafted 2 linebackers I really like. They drafted Luis and in like the 5th or 6th round too. But yeah, that was a good pick. I think he's got a great mustache, dude. I was watching the draft, and when they announced the pick, I was like, holy mustache. He's got a wide lip, if you will.
Yeah.
But day 3, I'm just gonna shout out special teams, dude. So we only had two punters and 1 kicker go. You know, punter Ryan Eckley to Baltimore, kicker Trey Smack, which is like the coolest kicker name ever. And then the Bills drafted a punter, Tommy Doman, late in the 7th round. So shout out special teams. One third of the game. 1/3 of the game.
Yeah. People don't talk about that. In fact, when the Hawks won the Super Bowl, their head coach was on some podcast being like, "Yeah, we're better at special teams than everybody else, and that's why we won the Super Bowl." I'm like, sick. Yeah. That's how you do it in the draft. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, dude, I'm not meaning to. Oh, actually, on Rodriguez, his wife, I just saw this, is a UH-60 pilot. I think she's in the Army still, active duty, but yeah, so that's pretty cool. That means that guy's got a good head on his shoulders. I don't want to make this all about Miami, but what they did in the second round, I wasn't going to pick one guy, but what they did in the second was huge because everyone makes fun of their weapon problem, much like they make fun of the Raiders' weapon problem, but they don't have anybody to throw the ball to. And Malik Willis just got some money, and they need him to have somebody to throw the ball to. But so they picked in the second round alone. They got Caleb Douglas out of Tech, wide receiver. Mm-hmm. They've got a tight end out of Ohio State. I guess I got to say the name. Well, Kaepernick. I don't know. And then Chris Bell from Louisville. So 3 second-round picks, all 3 pass catchers. All 3 should be able to help Malik live up to his contract. So I did like that a lot.
Yeah, they did a good job. I hope all those players have horrible careers, but on paper they look good for sure.
Yeah, that and then Malachi Fields to the Giants. I think that's great. They lose Wandale. Jackson Dart is expected to. I think the expectations for Dart are kind of unfair, but he has some pretty high expectations next year. And what better way to help a young quarterback than get him a young wide receiver?
Yeah, for sure. Draft talk.
All right, draft talk. Yeah, one more thing, dude. This is not a Raiders podcast, but as far as a day 3 pick, that we're gonna talk about 2 day 3 picks real quick. Both are DBs that fell in the draft. So the Raiders with the first pick in the 4th round, they get Jermon McCoy. And I don't know anything about football. I'm an idiot. Everyone knows that. But this dude was supposed to be a first-round pick. He slid and slid and slid and slid because of like what sounds like a pretty serious medical problem.
Yeah.
But you never know. And in the 4th round, similar to why you can't really make fun of the Jets for taking a swing at a QB. You can't hate them for taking a swing at perceived incredible talent. So the Raiders went with hopefully the CB of the future. I don't know if he'll play this year. I don't know how healthy he's going to be, but 1st-round talent, 4th-round pick.
It was
Love to see it.
was that Gerard McCoy? Is that his name?
Jermod or something. Yeah, sorry, I'm bad with names. I'm bad. I can't even pronounce my own last name, so no offense to anybody, but yeah, Jermod McCoy, yeah, from Tennessee.
Yeah.
According to ESPN, position rank of 2 for cornerbacks. So like the 2nd best graded cornerback, and he's in the 4th round. And like I said, his medicals might be too much to overcome. We don't know, but yeah. And then I got one more for you, and I'm just looking up where exactly he got picked really quick because I'm a dummy. I guess it doesn't matter where he got picked. But AJ Terrell's brother, who also didn't have a great 40 time. He was also like a perceived first round pick, and he's sliding and sliding. He's like, dude, I'm not gonna go in the 1st round. Like you imagine how bad that would suck to be sliding like that. To like the paydays are different, the expectations are different. Your like guaranteed roster slot is different. The more you slide, and then all is well in the world because he got drafted by Atlanta to go play with his brother.
Yeah.
That's so sick.
That's got to be the coolest story in the whole draft. That is so gnarly, dude.
Yeah, I love it, man. And they're 7 years apart, age-wise. So they've never been on the same team at the same time, to my knowledge. And now they're on the same team in the freaking NFL.
Yeah, that is so cool.
So sick. Yeah, I had to shout that out. And then I guess one more just because I can't help it. I love this kid's tape so much. I think his name's Cole Payton. I don't have it in front of me. The quarterback that the Eagles drafted. Jalen Hurts, beware, dude. I'm gonna look this up. He's a stud. He's like all the talking heads' like favorite underrated QB, and of course he went to Philly, who just kind of like finds these guys.
Yeah.
Cole Payton. I was right. North Dakota State. So a D2 guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a threat with his legs, real hard too, ain't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Pickett probably just lost his backup job, and no, not him. Tanner McKee. He just lost his job, and Jalen Hurts is on the hot seat.
I think they have
Because
Andy
of
Dalton
this.
too.
I mean, Andy Dalton's been on the hot seat since he was born. He has a red beard.
True.
But yeah, so they're all on the hot seat because of this 5th-round pick. Heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
All right, beautiful, dude. That's NFL draft. It was awesome. The 1st round was awesome. I was traveling for the day 2 and day 3, so I didn't get to watch it in person. But super fun draft.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah,
It was a good time. The Bills, I mean,
Yeah.
not a Bills podcast, but yeah, it was a good draft. The Bills came out the gate with not a lot of fan-heavy picks, or fan-happy picks, if you will. And then the second half of the draft, they crushed it as far as the fan perspective. So it was a great draft.
Hell yeah. Yeah, the Raiders crush it too, but they always crush it, and then we suck. I'm just kidding. They don't always crush it. They do some really hilarious shit. But they did have I think they did great this year, which is awesome.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
All right. So that's NFL draft recap. I'm sure we missed some guys that should probably deserve their name to be read, but they had their name read on national television when they made it to the NFL. So, boo hoo. All right, let's take a little break, and we'll be back with Hear Me Out.
I gotta piss, dude.
All right, that was good, right? Kind of a long talk. This podcast is gonna be fucking long, my dude. I can't hear me.
Like and subscribe.
All right, welcome back. Yeah, we're gonna do a new segment called "Hear Me Out." Dylan, we talked about a lot of NFL draft, so I'm gonna keep this to basketball. So hear me out. Hear me out. I think the Lakers' success so far in the postseason is much more to do with the Rockets not being that good of a team and almost nothing to do with the Lakers being real contenders.
You're- I don't agree at all, dude. Wow. Okay. I mean, and I'll give you that Kevin Durant's out, right? He hasn't played the series, I don't think so. Um, but you realize they're playing with 40-year-old LeBron and like a bunch of role guys. The two other stars aren't even playing, dude. The Lakers are nasty. When
Yeah,
they can put it all together, they're nasty. And I hate the
I don't
Lakers.
think I just don't think nasty is the word for it. I guess yes, if Luca and Austin Reeves is back, maybe this whole thing is looking different. I don't know. I don't see it. I think it's a cool story. Um, in the Rockets, albeit should be good, they're not good. Like I don't know if they're in a lull. I know they don't have KD, and that is a lot. But that even so, KD is in there. Whether KD's in there or not, last night the Lakers just lost to that no KD team.
yeah, the Lakers just didn't show up, dude. They thought it's over, it's a wrap, no KD. We'll just roll in there and take care of business. That's why they got smoked, in my opinion. I think they just overlooked the Rockets.
I don't. Do you think Bronny James would overlook any opponent though? I don't. I think they were locked in. That was a joke, but no. I mean, LeBron James doesn't overlook anything. He's a freak. He sleeps like 16 hours a day. He might be a vampire.
I don't know. I think the Lakers are for real. You know, I think that. So I do not agree with your statement.
All right. Well, I guess when they beat Houston 30th, so a couple days from now, and eliminate Houston from the playoffs, when they get absolutely throttle fucked by the Oklahoma City Thunder, I will feel better about this take. But I mean, think about it. They're not contenders in the West, and that's not even that big of a knock on them. It's just the Thunder are way too good. The Spurs are too good, and yeah, I don't think they're legitimate contenders, and they have been looking good because the Rockets are big time frauds.
Okay. Well, I would say we should have a little more back and forth before I do my hearing out. Hear me out, but you got to hear me out because
Yeah, no, thank you for hearing me out. I will now hear you out.
yeah, you're not gonna like it.
I don't
Uh,
care.
I was gonna say if Reeves and Luca are healthy, I think they knock out OKC next round. But they're gonna beat OKC if they're healthy, but they won't represent the West in the conference finals. That's my
Oh, damn. Okay. So, so they'll get to they won't
they won't.
represent the West in the finals. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I hear you, and I could not disagree more because there's no, I can't say no way because it's pro sports, but they're not getting past the Thunder. And also, if they do get past the Thunder, I don't know, we got to keep this one topic at a time, but I think that they can beat the Nuggets or the Wolves or the Timberwolves. Sorry, I think they can beat the Nuggets or the Timberwolves. I don't know if they can beat the Spurs though. Yeah. Yeah. No, I get your point. If they beat the Thunder, they lose to who then?
Any one of those teams could do it because I can't wait for that matchup, whether it's the Nuggets, Wolves, or the Spurs. You know, it doesn't matter. But any one of those teams are going to beat LA. That's what I'm saying. Because they're gonna put
Okay.
everything they got into beating OKC, and then they're not gonna have the gas to
Yeah.
play with them other teams.
Dude, I
Hear me
hope that
out.
you're right. 'Cause that's fun. I'm glad I heard you out because that is fun. And some people will say they think that maybe they think the Lakers can beat the Thunder. It can't be very many people. The Thunder are nasty, and the Lakers are fine. They're fine.
When they're all
They're
healthy,
good. I think
I think they're nasty.
I think going up against OKC, they're gonna have a hard time scoring. And I guess if they have Luka and Reeves, maybe they can put up enough points to make it an absolute shootout. Maybe.
Yeah. We're
I
gonna
like
find
it. I
out.
hope you're right. That would be sick. Yeah, we are gonna find out because they're probably gonna. I hope that they eliminate Houston April 30th, my time. In Japan. Yeah, April 30th at 11 a.m. The Lakers play the Nuggets, or sorry, the Lakers play the Rockets here in Japan. That's not even the
Nice.
craziest game, dude. Sometimes they're on it crazy. Yeah, dude. The Cavs Raptors is on at 8:30 in the morning that day.
Nice.
Makes you want to fucking quit my job.
Move back to
Not
America.
how the
Yeah.
not how the army works, unfortunately. If I could get some cable TV underneath a bridge in a tent just to watch sports, that doesn't sound like that bad of a life.
Yeah, I'd be just
Anyways, yeah, I like the take. I don't think it is realistic, but I like it. The Thunder are
It's
just that
fun.
good. I think it's crazy. It is fun, and that would make if the Lakers do beat the Thunder, it would make so many big basketball fans so pissed, just because we've been waiting for this Spurs Thunder all season. Yeah, damn. I do like the take, and I do agree with you that if they do beat the Thunder, they won't make it to the finals. I think they'll be
Okay.
absolutely gassed, but I don't think they get past the Thunder, so it doesn't really matter.
We'll see. We'll see. They got to be healthy. If they're healthy, they stand a chance.
Yeah. Yeah, they have giant health problems, but yeah, I guess if they are healthy, they have definitely more of a chance. Definitely more of a chance healthy.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
All right, dude. Yeah, I guess while we're in basketball, we have today as we speak, Thunder and Spurs haven't played yet. So by the time people watch this podcast, or listen to this podcast, the Thunder will already be in the next round because there's no
Yeah.
freaking way the Suns get past one. We got Lakers, Rockets, Lakers up 3-1, Nuggets, Timberwolves, Minnesota up 3-1,
But
Anthony Edwards, bone bruise, something like that.
Yeah,
Expected to be out multiple weeks. So
and
having the 3-1 advantage, yeah, go on.
and Vincenzo tore his Achilles or ruptured his Achilles. So
Damn, dude, I did hear that. That is tough.
it is tough.
Was
I
it as
love
gru-
that kid.
was- yeah. Was it as gruesome as like the like we've seen in the past, like when Halliburton snapped?
No,
I didn't see it. No, that's good.
I haven't
don't
seen
want-
it.
No.
I haven't seen it, but I think I would have seen it by now if it was gross. As weird as
Fucking
that
brutal.
sounds. But yeah, okay. So the Nuggets have a chance. Let's stick with the Nuggets here for a second. They have a chance with Ant out and
Yeah.
with Vincenzo out. But if you look at the Joker's stats, if you look at the box score, he's had 4 great games, right? Like
Yeah.
25 points, 24 points, 27 points, 24 points. Always double-digit rebounds and pretty close to assist. But his efficiency has been so bad. His shooting percentage in game 1, the game they won, he was 11 for 19. And every game after that, he's well below 500 on his shooting efficiency. And his plus minus was positive game 1, was a 1 game 2, and then negative 21 and negative 12 game 3 and 4. So without Ant and without Vincenzo, and you can't expect the Joker to continue the slump he's in. They're gonna be right in. This is a game 7. I know it's 3-1. I hope this goes to 7 games though.
Yeah, dude, I kind of do. I mean, yeah. If the Wolves are going to be this banged up, which there's no going back now, like the Ant is going to miss weeks. So that is freaking terrible. But I want the Nuggets to win only because I want them to win the series only because of the injuries to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Because now that they're all messed up, I don't want to see a broken Timberwolves team limp into San Antonio. I don't want to watch that basketball. So I do hope that the Nuggets win, but dude, Minnesota, what a cursed state. Stay away from the state of Minnesota. Oh my goodness, dude.
Yeah.
In Minnesota, dude, they are a deep team. Naz Reid has had a down-ish year, but Naz Reid is really good. Julius Randle is hilarious stuff, but when he's on, he's on. Ayo Dosunmu has found a I think a love for basketball again because he got out of Chicago, that lucky guy. But yeah, I don't. But I still don't. Without DiVincenzo, I do not want to see the Minnesota Timberwolves limp into San Antonio. So the Nuggets do have an uphill battle, though. They're down 3-1.
Yeah.
So if Jokic can turn it on, I'm here for it. I would rather have them go into San Antonio, a much healthier team, more like a complete team. The games in Minnesota and Denver have been fun.
Yeah,
It's been a fun series, but
yeah, I really like your
I don't want.
logic. I like the way you're looking at it. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, especially
Yeah,
like,
because they would get boat raced.
yeah, like NFL playoffs last year when the Bills lost to the freaking Broncos, but Bo Nix got hurt and he wasn't going to play. It's like, oh, congrats.
Yeah.
You have no chance now, but
Yeah,
anyway,
it's a tragedy for spectators. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But okay,
Yeah.
the Nuggets have a chance. Coming back from 3-1 is going to be like, that's not easy to do. But if the Joker can be a little more efficient, they wouldn't be in the situation. But that's obviously true for every player I've ever played basketball ever. So
Yeah, but I do like that series. It'll be honestly, I don't. Ant going down is an absolute tragedy, but the Denver Nuggets, and I know they don't root for injuries. They want to beat the best team at their best. But I'm sure if they get to the second round, they're going to be happy about it, whether it's a bubble championship or not. But yeah, crazy, sad. Minnesota's absolutely cursed, and I'm sorry, Timberwolves fans. I officially don't want you guys in the second round because I don't want to watch you guys get boat raced by San Antonio. I'm sorry, I don't want to see it. But I guess so. Speaking of San Antonio, they are up 3-1. It was a fun series for a little bit. Wemby's back. It's over. I think that's all I need to say.
All I wrote down for this series was literally word for word, fuck the Blazers. when they had to play San Antonio without Wemby and they still lost, I was like, okay, next. I'm done. Next.
Yeah, I agree. They are a 7. They're a 7 seed. They weren't expected to go very far anyway, and they can build on this. But I'm sorry, it's freaking over.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm good.
But we haven't potted since this happened. Have you seen Wembanyama's face hit the court yet?
No, I still haven't seen it. You told me about it, but no. Must have been a pretty
my
good one
goodness,
if he was out for a game.
Fucking concussed himself, dude. Can't be going around headbutting the earth, idiot. But it was a gnarly fall. Like I'm glad he's okay. I'm glad he's back. That's awesome for basketball fans. It would suck if last year he got whatever, like the Great Dane's disease or blood clots or whatever, and had to miss, and then this year he smashes his face into the earth, and then the Spurs go out that way too. That would suck. So sorry, Minnesota fans, like you guys are getting ran apart by injuries. Wemby's back. The Spurs are going to be fine, and I don't want to watch the Spurs play the destroyed Timberwolves. So that series isn't over yet, but it will be April 29th at 10:30 a.m. my time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, going on to the East. Dude, the East has been more fun than everyone overreacted, to include us. The only thing we didn't overreact on the first pod was that the Magic are not going to be able to beat the Pistons, and that's the one that's like no. But when everyone except for Orlando, all the home teams won, right? So all the favorites. Lakers were not a favorite; they were still the home team. No, it doesn't matter. All the home teams won except for Orlando. And we all said, "Oh shit, this is going to be a vanilla, dumb first round of the playoffs. This is how it goes. The loser or the low seeds get swept, and that's what it is." But that's not what has happened so far. It looked like it, and that's not what happened. Even somehow, the Philadelphia 76ers beat Boston.
I don't know how that happened,
but they're up 3-1. Boston is sorry. That series is going to be over, but at least we had some fun. We got some fun basketball, and what more can you ask for?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, as we predicted, Hawks-Knicks, electric basketball.
So fun.
Brunson is getting absolutely ran through because he's a traffic cone. Awesome offensive player, dude. That guy cannot play defense to save his life. And probably the coolest story I might be missing something. The coolest story of the playoffs so far, CJ McCollum is like a god in Atlanta now. Yeah,
dude.
dude, that poor guy had to spend too many years of his life in New Orleans and Washington, and now he's getting a gift from the basketball gods playing on this like super fun, energetic, big, fat, like awesome Atlanta Hawks team, dude. Good for him. Good for CJ McCollum.
Yeah, yeah. And he's like I feel like the calming force in the team. And he's been crushing it, dude. He looks young again, like the way he's playing so free. But yeah, that series is electric, dude. So it's 2-2. I don't know if we said that or not. It's 2-2. Yeah. And when the Knicks win, they've won by double digits each time. When the Hawks have won, combined between the two wins, 2-point victory. Like that is insane.
That is insane. And it's awesome basketball. And it kind of, if you dug deeper into that, it'd probably show that New York is a better basketball team than them. If they lose close games, yes, that sucks. That happens. But when they do win, they blow the doors off them. But it should still be fun going forward. And we get at least 2 more basketball games out of that series.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's good to see the Hawks. Also, pretty young team minus CJ. Young team.
Yeah. They don't know any better, you know.
No, they don't. And Okongwu figured out how to shoot threes, and now he's electric to watch. Jalen Johnson or whatever. I'm messing that guy's name up. Daniels, whatever. Awesome. Nah, our boy Nah, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Awesome. I think he won most improved player.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Good for Atlanta. All right, and then this is the saddest one that we're gonna talk about because it just makes me sad because I chose Cleveland to win the finals. Cleveland is currently tied with the Toronto Raptors 2-2.
Yes.
Damn
it. We're 4 games in and we're still at the series doesn't start until the road team wins. So
yeah,
it's fun. Yeah, like, I was looking at metrics today, efficiency metrics, defensively and offensively. And I cannot believe the Cavs are tied 2-2 with the Raptors. The Cavs are such a good team, dude.
They really are. They're a really good team. Like a deep team, a team that can score points, and a team that can play defense minus James Harden and like, dude. But on that, James Harden has absolutely given up. Which it's the first round of the playoffs. It's only 4 games have been played in this series. He has given up. I don't know if you saw it, dude. There was a play yesterday where he just like lazily throws the ball to the other team. And then that player that he throws it to just goes back and goes coast to coast and yams it. And he's just kind of like, I could play defense, but fuck that, dude. There's no strip clubs on defense. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was embarrassing. And it makes me sad because when they got him, because he didn't reinvent himself after the whole getting fat to get traded thing, but he was much more of a professional at LA. And they traded him, and I was like, all right, this like the Cavs are good. Him and Donovan Mitchell are going to absolutely cook, and it has not been good.
Yeah,
I guess in Toronto.
Yeah, I would still pick the Cavs to win this series, but yeah, they haven't looked very good. But James Harden, I feel like he's got a fuel tank, and when it's empty, dude, it's empty, man.
Yeah, I mean, this might just be it might be mean to say, or I don't know, not really my lane, if you will, but maybe Toronto has just awesome clubs.
Maybe he's out all night, just like doing what he does.
They leave Cleveland. They go 2-0 in Cleveland, right?
Yeah,
everything's going well. They leave Cleveland, which not famous. I don't think Cleveland's famous for their nightlife. You know?
I bet there's a lot of fun that happens in Cleveland at night. The reason you don't hear about it is because it's stuff that people don't want to talk to. You know, they don't want to talk about it after they do it.
Yeah, a lot of shameful night activities.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I think that might be all it is, dude. So they go back to Cleveland April 30th at 8:30 a.m. Japanese time. And maybe they go back to Cleveland and he turns it back on and everything's fine. And maybe Spida, Donovan Mitchell, kind of gets in his ear like, hey, man, there's an off season where you can do whatever you want. Please help me get a ring. Like, what are you doing? But yeah, not hasn't been as awesome for damn James Harden, and I was hoping it would be, but it's tied. It's not, the series isn't over, and if we'll talk about it next, but if the Magic somehow do take down Detroit, I would much rather have Cleveland play Magic, like a fun team, like a good story, than the defense of the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, hope's still alive. I can't change. I already said it out loud. I can't change that I chose the Cavaliers to win the final. So
No.
it's what I'm stuck with. But I still have faith. James Harden just needs to get the hell out of Toronto. I need to do some research about Toronto's nightlife. It might be too much, man.
Yeah.
It might be too
well,
much.
Maybe they got spiked maple syrup or something, you know?
Yeah, that or the beard's just getting wet. You know what I mean? A little soggy beard. And that's probably
Yeah.
what it is, dude.
It rains a lot there.
I don't know. I've never even been to Canada. I didn't know.
No.
I know it's to the north, but
I don't think it rains a
care?
lot. I was just trying to
yeah, I didn't think so. But you're
Go rub
you've
your
been
weed.
you've been to Buffalo, and that's like American Canada. So I thought maybe you knew something I didn't know. But
Well, if you stand next to the falls, it feels like it's always raining. So
right, yeah, I saw that on a episode of The Office. That's the only that's the only time I've seen Niagara Falls.
oh,
Anyways,
that's lame.
yeah. Anyways, the last series in the East, Detroit, Orlando. Orlando is somehow up 2-1. And I say somehow because of the 1-8 seed thing, but Detroit is not playing well, and they cannot produce offense.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually been my favorite series to watch, just because the Pistons are the 1 seed. They played great ball all year, and they
Yeah.
just look bad. And the Magic have a good young team, but they don't have any like superstars. Even Paulo, he averages like 22 a game, which is sick, you know. But they don't have like the true star, and yet they're giving the Pistons all they got. It just doesn't make sense when you watch it after watching them for 82 games, you know. But I'm
Yeah.
here for it. I would love for the Magic to knock off the Pistons. I don't, we've talked about it before. I do not care about either of these teams. They've never hurt me. So, underdog,
Yeah, may the best or worst team win, whatever.
Yeah, don't care.
Don't care. But it is fun. It's fun to watch. And we'll close it on this. Orlando, all-time jerseys.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
jerseys. Yeah,
Yeah.
they look good. And if you look good, you play good. Yeah. Great jerseys. That's all I got. It's cool that 8 seed is giving the 1 seed a show, and good jerseys.
That's all you need, I guess. I don't know what that means.
All right, sick, dude. So that recaps basketball. I think we'll get deeper into it on our next pod, I think, as teams start getting eliminated and we get closer to our 3-point playoff. Little plug, you guys don't know what that means, but it's coming. A 3-point playoff. 3 points only. Yeah, sick, dude. So let's get to Ryan the Jet. We have a sick interview. It's our very first interview for fan bases. We are planning on interviewing all 32 fan bases. So this is your time right now. If you guys are a fan of a team in the NFL, reach out to us, React to Content Podcast on Instagram, same thing on X, and reacttocontent@gmail.com. Hit us up if you want to be on the pod and talk about your favorite team. We'd love to have you on. Yeah, so we'll take a quick break and we'll bring you Ryan the Jet. Let's welcome on a very special guest, a service member and New York Jets fan. Ryan, how we doing?
Good. How we doing, fellas?
Doing great, man.
Breathing.
Breathing.
All right, so Dylan's not doing as good as you and I are, Ryan, but that's okay. Ryan, tell us about yourself, man. What do you do? Where are you from? And why are you a New York Jets fan?
Sure. So, in the Army, I'm a forward observer, 13 Fox. I've been about 2 years. I'm from the suburbs of Philadelphia. Moved there when I was about 3. But my family's all from New York, so that's why I ended up a New York Jets fan. Passed down from my dad, and now passing it down to the next generations. The misery and the pain.
You could have swerved that, dude. Just been an Eagles
I
fan,
know.
man.
Nah,
Oh, tough
Can't.
pick.
Well, and my wife's family is Cowboys fans, so we definitely couldn't go Eagles after
Oh.
that. So.
No, I can't do that. I
That's
mean,
fair.
on the bright side, she doesn't know what success feels like either. So it's okay.
Yeah. The switch for her from the Cowboys to Jets was an easy one because
Yeah.
they haven't been good in her lifetime either.
Do you ever have any regrets about like being a Jets fan for this long?
No, it is hard, when all your friends are Eagles fans, watching them have fun. But it's
Yeah.
it's not, it's the part of fandom. You stick by your team no matter what. I don't know. Have you guys seen that kid outside the one Jets game? They just kind of come up to him right at the end and they're like, "How do you feel?" He's just like, "I hate this team." He's like, "I'm never gonna leave him, but I hate this team." That's exactly how everybody feels. It's like you can't leave him, but God, is it painful sometimes.
Of course, man. I mean, I'm a Raiders fan, so I also have not jumped ship. I've had plenty of opportunities, and a Raiders fan from Nebraska. So a lot of my homies are Chiefs fans, and they weren't good growing up. It wasn't like I wish I was a freaking Chiefs fan. But now all these years went by, and the Raiders are still stuck in the mud. The Chiefs are incredible, and I have to lay in this bet I made. But yeah,
I'm sure you enjoyed them missing the playoffs last year.
Oh yeah, man, and watching what could have been your Super Bowl if you made different choices. The Eagles beat the absolute shit out of the Chiefs was beautiful for me. Yeah, I loved every second of it. Yeah, you want the Super Bowls to be a competitive game. It's the last game of the year. You want a good game, unless the Chiefs are in there, and then let's just let it be full on.
Yeah, that's how I feel about the Patriots. So I enjoyed the Super Bowls, especially living in Tacoma. I got to watch the local team take down my most hated team. So that was pretty good.
Man.
Yeah, you're the former New York Jet ghost hunter Sam Darnold taking down.
I forgot Patriots. Darnold was like, one of my favorite players for a while. So I was happy to see him succeed.
Yeah, I mean,
you got Geno back though. You got Geno back. You're good.
Yeah, we do. That's what we are. It's good.
You have the Holy Sun returns, man. It's gonna be awesome.
I mean, on that same line of thinking, I think Sam Darnold is probably going to ruin. I don't know what the over/under is, but like at least 2 franchises. Because Sam Darnold's still good. What about Geno Smith? He might surprise something. But
quarterbacks that leave the Jets tend to be pretty good. So if Geno follows that trajectory, we might be all right.
Yeah.
But how does it work when he comes back, dude?
Nobody's ever come back yet, as far as I know. So we'll see.
Maybe it's the final stone, and he becomes just average at football. Doesn't even have to be that good, really.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. That's like with Rodgers. All we wanted was for him to be like slightly above average. We didn't even need MVP Rodgers, and then he just died.
That American flag was really heavy. He was running out with.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you got to blame probably the Jets coaching staff for that. Like, why is he carrying this flag? That shit weighs something. Right, but anyways, on that topic, man, what have the Jets done this offseason that you liked? Who have they gained that you're pumped about, and who have they lost that you think that maybe will affect this season?
Yeah, I'd say the biggest addition easily is Demario Davis, linebacker. Losing, we had C.J. Mosley retired a couple years ago. And then, what's his name? I'm spacing. Quincy Williams. He was like our All-Pro like 2 years ago. Took kind of a step back last season, and now he left. So we needed definitely another strong linebacker back there, and a guy. Our defense is getting pretty young, so needing like that experienced vet, and big voice in the locker room. I think he was a really big addition for us. And probably our biggest loss would be Elijah Bear Tucker, right guard / right tackle. Went to the Patriots, just killer. So I mean, he's been banged up a pretty good amount of his career so far with us. But he was first round pick, and when he was on the field, just unstoppable. So that was definitely a bummer that he wasn't re-signed to come back. But honestly, the rest of our line is so stacked when they're healthy. I'm not too concerned about that because he didn't play most of last year anyway. So
yeah. Nice. Okay. I mean, so I know, all jokes aside, Geno Smith had a rough year with the Raiders, but he has had some solid years in the NFL. I mean, he can do it. We know that he can do it. So Aaron Glenn pounding the table. Are you convinced? Do you think that he actually is going to take Geno Smith? I mean, going to take you guys into relevancy, or is Aaron Glenn pounding the table because he knows that Geno Smith is going to be so bad that the promised land is actually the first overall pick next year? Is it success on the field, or is it success in the front office for Aaron Glenn pounding the table for Geno Smith?
Yeah, I mean, I think as a coach, you have to hype up your quarterback. Aaron Glenn can't go on that podium and be like, yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's definitely you got
0-17. Here we go, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
Watch
I can't,
this, dude.
yeah, I can't really tell with this team because on paper we always should be all right, and then we're not because, like I was saying earlier, like our line is pretty stacked, and Brees Hall is a fantastic running back, and then you have Garrett Wilson, one of the best, I think, top 5 receiver in the league. So you're like, you should with mediocre quarterback play, that should work, right? You have a solid run game, pass when you have to, and then if your defense hopefully can set you up in a good position. And then it just never lines up. Like the defense will have a good game and the offense will stink. Or like, Brees will have a good game, but nobody's catching passes. Like, so it just depends, I guess, how it all lines up, how it all works. Geno can be pretty boom or bust. So how much his booms align with everybody else's versus, his bad games. I think my expectations for the year are hoping to not be blown out of every game. Maybe we finish 8-9. That would be a good season to me.
Okay. So that was going to leads me into my next question. Are we tanking, or are you?
I don't think so.
Are you wanting them to tank? I guess is a better, because it sounds like you have confidence in your O line. You got some stars on the team. So if it's you, are you tanking the season? Or are you going out there and on Sundays you're watching, you want to win?
Yeah.
But when we're halfway through and you're 2-6, are you like, pull the rug out, dude, just lose?
2-6 halfway through, I would probably root to tank. It takes me a while to root to tank because I always just want to watch my team win on Sunday. It has to be like, it was probably like week 12 or 13 this year where I was like, all right, it's time to start losing. Like, but to me, like, I know supposedly there's a strong quarterback class in 27, but they could all turn out to stink. And now you just rooted for your team to lose for a whole season just to get a bad quarterback again. So, like, I'm always pretty much on the side of rooting for my team to win. And just, you never know what the draft's like. We started tanking at the end of this year. We're not even getting Fernando. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's as bad as we were this year, there was still a team that had a worse record.
Yeah,
So
I love them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, congratulations on Mendoza, by the way.
Yeah, we'll see, dude. We'll see.
He could be a pumpkin too. Who the heck knows?
So I don't like to root to tank. I definitely am going to be rooting for them. And also, you asked, for fans versus the front office. I don't think the front office can afford to have a bad season. After last year, they're lucky they didn't get fired this season. So I think they are trying hard to have a competitive and good season. If they end up 3-14 or whatever, they probably won't have a job next year. So it doesn't matter who's on the board.
So who? I guess that's a perfect segue. Who owns the Jets, and who is your general manager? And I guess he's on thin ice from what it sounds like. So how is he done? Whatever his name is, I should know.
So the owner is Woody Johnson. He's the heir of the Johnson & Johnson pharmaceutical. I don't even know if they manage the company anymore, but he got the money.
He still gets free baby oil, I guarantee.
Yeah, for sure. Baby powder. So he, the GM is Darren Muji. He was an assistant in Denver 2 seasons ago. So he's our GM now. I think he has a little bit of wiggle room because he's made some really good moves. He's gotten a really good value for some of our guys and have brought in some talent for pretty cheap. So with the fan base, at least right now, he has a lot of credit. Him and Glenn are starting to be kind of tied at the hip, so they kind of rise and fall together. But Muji, for the most part, also Muji doesn't have to talk to the media nearly as much, so there's not as much scrutiny as Glenn gets. But I think they're doing really well. They seem to be on the same page about a lot of things. Glenn having a D-back background they have brought in like a ton of corners and like got rid of Sauce, which was kind of a crazy move. But I just think as talented as Sauce wasn't Glenn's kind of corner.
Okay.
So they've made some big swings. Moving Quinn in too, that was a big swing. But they brought in a guy like Harrison Phillips, who's been an instant leader on the team, absolute stud. So yeah, they have really good grace with the fan base right now. I believe Glenn is on like a 6-year contract too, so I think he's got a little grace with Woody. And he was on the team when Woody bought it. He was one of the stars on the team, so I think him and Woody have a good relationship, and that's probably why he wasn't fired this offseason. And on top of the fact that it was one of the like craziest coaching classes ever this year, like we are not one of the more attractive jobs. So you don't want to be fighting for the same 2 good coaches in a pool of 12, So yeah, I think right now there's a lot of, it depends on what Jets fan you talk to, but I'm a general optimist, lover of the team. So I go into the season like, this is our guys, this is what we got, let's do it. And not like, oh, I can't believe we got Glenn and Moody again. Like, so I'm excited for him.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually kind of enlightening to hear. I say this all the time. As a Raiders fan, I sound like a freaking social media, like when DeMar Hamlin went down, and like Bengals fans on social media being like, "Hey, as a Bengals fan, that was tragic. I'm really sorry, man. Like, we get it.
I don't like to see people die as a Bengals fan."
Yeah, but as a Raiders fan who has been through, just so much pain, and the Raiders community as well. I think we think that Spytech is doing the job correctly, but for the Jets, it is kind of cool to hear. Like, we have had some tough years. Our general manager has his heart in the right place, and we think that he is doing what we think that he should do. So that is actually cool that, because the rest of the whole world thinks that, the Jets, that sucks, But as a Jets fan, to be like, okay, I mean, yes, it does suck, but our general manager is okay. So that's cool to hear, in my opinion.
It's with me. It's like our wins are so sweet that like other people don't get that. Like my Eagles friends, they'll be 12-4. They lose a game, they're crying. If like we're 1-8, we win a game, it's a party. I took there's an Eagle Jets game a couple years ago. I took all my friends. There was like 30 of us at this game, and Eagles were gonna win it hands down. And the last second, the Jets came back and won. That was one of the best days of my life.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I know. Like, this is your Super Bowl. I was like, damn right.
And this week 6 Super Bowl feels very good.
Yes, actually, it was the first Eagles loss of the year. It was week 6. It was they were 5-0, and I think we were like 1-4, and we beat them. I was like, let's go.
Yeah, we just talked to a Bills fan, and he has had a lot of success recently, right? And I told him that, like, if the Raiders went to the playoffs, mission success, we did it, everything is great. And he's like, dude, trust me. If the Raiders went to the playoffs and lost in the first round, you would be sad. I'm like, buddy, no. I promise you I would not. I would be pumped. You are wrong. You've been eating too much cake, dude.
I was at their last playoff. No, sorry. I was at the game before their last playoff game. I was in 8th grade. And I'm now 28 years old for the job. So making it would be great. And then the Jets haven't hosted a playoff game since I was 5, 2002.
Dang, dude.
I'd be happy with any appearance.
Yeah, of course, man. That's I mean, it is what it is. We love our teams that, you don't have a choice.
As a Bills fan, this is going to sound ridiculous because we are good for the last few years, but we went through a 17-year playoff drought, dude. And every year, I remember, like, we'd be halfway through the season and we're like near 500 and be like, oh, we still have a chance, we still have a chance. Like, now I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? I have Josh Allen now, and we still can't win one, But
I've never minded Bills fans as much because Dolphins and Patriots fans will make my blood boil. But anytime I used to go to a lot of Jets games, and anytime the Bills were in town, it was always like, we're sharing food, we're sharing drinks, like celebrating. And then the Dolphins, the Patriots, for some reason, would come just like trash the stadium and like start fights. And we were like, at least the Bills fans, like we could eat and drink with, it was a good time.
Yeah,
But
dude.
like
Yeah.
we know, we know what it's like. Just right at the
Exactly.
bottom of that division.
Yeah, yeah. Which is it's wild that the Dolphins, because I've had that same kind of experience. Dolphins fans, for whatever reason,
Horrible.
but like, why? You're not the Patriots. You didn't kick us
Yeah.
in the dick for 20 years. Get
Yeah.
out of here. Congrats on your Super Bowl 40 years ago or whatever. Like,
Yeah. There was
Okay.
the one game I went to, had a Dolphins fan in front, or like 2 rows in front of us, just turned around, had a full like White Claw, and just dumped it on somebody behind them for no reason. And then like a whole fight just started in our section. And I was like, what? Like, why'd you do that?
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dang, well,
So
I hope that
we're,
we get
we're
one of
never gonna
those.
have it. No, we're never gonna have a Dolphins fan on here, by the way. So we're gonna
Oh,
have
yeah,
30.
we are.
We're only doing 31 teams. Just kidding. I'm just playing.
Leave the
want- I want
Patriots
that
off too,
I
honestly.
want that Dolphin fan that's fucking pouring White Claws on people. I want to talk to that guy.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah,
But
it's
not-
not
Let's
not-
meet your diehard
live.
Patriots fan that went through a bunch of pain. I want to hear what
Oh
you have
yeah.
to say.
Oh yeah. 4 years of downtime. I'm sure you're so salty. Yeah.
That makes me
Yeah,
sick.
but I guess yeah, whatever.
move on.
I mean,
move on.
Yeah. So you've been to MetLife then?
Yeah, many times.
How is it? Does it need upgrading? Is it one of those? Are the New York Jets in danger of moving from New Jersey to New York?
So, supposedly, I guess there's some politician in Queens, I think, that's trying to make that happen. I would be thrilled. MetLife is cool. It's the biggest stadium in the NFL, and there's not a bad seat in the house. So it's a nice, like, you feel like you're in like a coliseum. And you're watching your gladiators go at it. The only downside with MetLife is that it's shared with the Giants, and it was made to be like New York City's stadium, right? So it's just kind of gray, flat, no personality, so that it can adapt to the World Cup or like any kind of giant event like that. Like it's not green and white, and there's no jet in the end zone, sticking out like the Bucks pirate ship or something.
Yeah.
So it's cool that it's like a big event center, but it just has absolutely no personality whatsoever. And a lot of the players complain that it's the worst surface in the NFL to play on. So
Yeah.
I don't know how between 2 NFL franchises they can't figure out or afford grass, but apparently that's a big thing. So I think actually Woody wants grass, but he can't get the Giants on board. I'm pretty sure the Giants are the one holding it up, but I'm sure they say that about us too. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, sorry.
You think that they want to move to New York just to shut up the whole one team in New York thing, Since the Bills are the only true New York team?
I don't think Woody cares about that even a little bit.
Really?
I think
Really?
he's a Jersey guy. I think
I don't
Woody's
think
from
billionaires care about that. dude.
I'm from
Yeah,
Nebraska, so I just love the little stupid shit that Western New Yorkers
Yeah.
say about it. I think it's hilarious.
I was born in Rochester, so that's
Okay.
it's like, oh, you're not even from New York. I'm like, yes, I am. I'm from Buffalo, but I'm a
I
Jets
swear I
fan.
am.
Yeah.
So I guess for the average fan, because people like me and Dylan make the joke, that the New York Giants or the New York Jets, apologies, both actually are actually the New Jersey Jets. How
Yeah.
far is it from New York? I'm just saying, like for the people that don't know, how far is it from New York? Like New York City
It's like
or whatever.
a couple miles. You can
Oh,
see
really?
the New York Manhattan skyline from the parking lot. Like
Oh.
it's there. It's right there.
Yeah.
I
I figured as such. You just don't know because
Yeah.
all you hear is the jokes, and I love jokes. So I'm like, yeah, the New
Yeah.
York Jets.
No,
New
it's
Jersey.
like maybe a 10-15 minute drive from downtown Manhattan.
Okay.
Well, I
Is
mean, with
there a-
traffic, it's probably a lot, but yeah, it's close.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there like a surrounding area? Is there a bar scene, or is it like really just the stadium? And that's what you got.
It's a swamp.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big swamp. So it's just the parking lot and then the stadium. There's nothing.
Maybe that's why Dolphins fans are so pissed. They're like, yo, we're Floridians. We're the swamp people. They
Yeah.
built their fucking stadium in a swamp.
Yeah, we made the Everglades up north, so they'd feel welcome for some reason. No, I mean, as a fan that lived in Philly, I loved it because it was maybe an hour and a half drive for me. But it's everybody that lived on Long Island who's traditionally Jets fans, they had to drive through the city and across the bridge to get to games. So they're pissed, but I love it.
Yeah,
Personally.
yeah,
It's good for
But
you, man.
yeah, I know. I do wish they went back to Queens for the people that live in Queens, Long Island, who are like the true Jets fans, and so we'd have our own space. You know, like to walk into
yeah,
somewhere that's the Jets' house. Like I would like that versus, the banners flip from blue to green. It's like, oh, now it's your stadium. It's like, well, thanks.
Yeah, that
Wasn't
is
kicking the
weird.
trash from the Giants game the day before.
yeah.
Yeah, so I
But
definitely
so,
wish we had our own spot, but it's not so bad.
yeah, yeah. But the stadium, so it's a good stadium. It's pretty much New York, so we can stop those jokes. Everyone, listen, stop those jokes. I'll stop
Yeah.
them too.
New
Maybe.
York just needs
But-
to like annex that little part of Jersey, and then we could be
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
you go.
Yeah, there we go. That's what they need to do. They just need to take that part of New Jersey.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just a
Yeah.
little slice.
That's
Just some swamp.
expansion.
Yeah.
It's colonization, I think.
Colonize the New Jerseyites or whatever. they're
Colonized
called.
Meadowlands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Well, I guess so. You're currently in the Army. You're not in the New York Philly area anymore.
Mhm.
When you watch games these days on Sundays, how do you watch them? Are you going to Lumen Field in Seattle, or is it bar scene? You with the boys at home? What do you do?
Just the family at home Sunday ticket style.
Yeah,
So I
That's the
like I said,
best way.
my wife's family likes the Cowboys, so she is kind of a half Cowboys, half Jets fan. So we'll try to watch both. But I usually go, Jets game solo and then red zone for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Being West Coast is awesome for watching football. So night game comes on at like 5. It's amazing.
yeah,
So yeah, we pretty much just wake up whole day, either Jets or red zone, and then go off from there. Maybe watch the Cowboys if we feel like it.
yeah. I mean, watching football at home is probably the best way to watch football.
Mhm. I
Stadiums
agree.
are cool. They're very cool. Being in the Coliseum in Oakland was very cool.
Yeah.
But watching it perfectly from your TV on your couch is probably the best way to do it anyway. But
Yeah, that's how I found. A couple years ago, I was looking into doing like Sunday ticket because the Jets were never on. Even in Philadelphia, they don't play on TV.
Really?
So, and it was actually about the same price to do Sunday ticket versus season tickets for the Jets. So I ended up just getting season tickets for like 5 years, so I could go to every home game. And then I just watched. We usually went to like if they played in like Philly or Pittsburgh, I'd go. And then the rest I just tried to catch on TV. So it was about the
Yeah.
same just to go to the games.
yeah,
Nice, man.
I mean, lucky for you. Now that Geno Smith is at the helm, the Jets are going to be prime time
That's
all the
right.
time.
6
So,
Yeah.
maximum amount, 6 games, like Rogers era.
Oh
You're gonna
yeah.
have to watch us again.
yeah. Well, I mean, so we are going to get some primetime Jets here very, very soon. What do you think with the second overall pick, the Jets are going to – what do you think they should do? And what do you think they're actually going to do? And it doesn't have to be a specific player. I know Mel Kiper doesn't even freaking know what's about to happen. So
Doesn't
you
know
can pick
anything.
up you can pick a position group or whatever, but what do you think they should do, and what do you think they're going to do?
I think the same answer for both. Edge. We just traded Jermaine to the Titans to be back with Bobby Sala. So we have a stud at Will McDonald, our other edge. He's a great edge 1. He'd be an incredible edge 2. I think there's some smoke screens and, all the GMs are shady about who they're going to pick. So we don't know which edge we're probably going to get, but I'd put 99% chance on edge rusher at 2. The only other chance I think would be receiver. I think they want to go edge receiver with the top 2 picks. I just think the receiver class, you can get close to similar talent at 16 as you can, like versus the edge, there's kind of a quick drop off after a couple. So I think we'll go edge 2, receiver 16. And then maybe if Simpson is still around at 33, grab him, but who knows?
Yeah. As long as, I mean, like I said, we don't know. Mel Kiper doesn't know. Aaron Glenn doesn't know. Nobody knows. If you guys take Ty Simpson second overall, that is wild behavior.
No. That might make me actually quit finally. Everybody
Unless
says
he
that.
turns it. Yeah, that might be the last. That might be the last straw. I'm a
Yeah.
Giants fan.
That's
now.
it. Yeah.
The real New York team. Just kidding. Yeah, that makes sense. I think, and you guys have a bunch of picks. That kid from once again, I don't know anything. Mel Kiper doesn't know anything, but that kid from Tech looks so nasty.
Mhm.
Bailey, that edge rusher from Tech. Yeah, that guy. We'll see what you guys do, but that
Whatever
Yeah,
name
Russia.
comes out that they're probably going to pick, it'll be the other guy. I bet you.
yeah.
That's how it goes.
Usually
man.
how it works. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Raiders are notorious for making everybody look stupid. So we think that Fernando Mendoza is going number 1 overall, dude. You guys might get Fernando
Yeah.
Mendoza.
Well, that's what we keep
might,
saying. We're like, you never know. Like the Raiders might just say F it and go like Lemon or something. Yeah.
Kicker.
Exactly. Yeah. You really don't know, but
Yeah, who ran the fastest 40s for kickers this year?
Yeah.
Mark Davis is gonna be all over that
That's
shit,
right.
dude.
Nobody's
No,
been
dude.
bold enough to draft a kicker in the first round, so he'll be the first.
it's funny you say that. I'm not trying to get off track here. The Raiders did draft a kicker in the first round.
That's right.
happened. That
Oh,
happened
well,
to real
Was it Janikowski? No. who was
Sebastian
it?
Janikowski, old
Yeah.
Seabass.
Okay. I thought so. Yeah.
Yep. So, like I said, you guys might get Mendoza because we might draft a kicker.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, they're usually the highest point scorer on your team, right? Vinatieri's the highest scorer of all time.
Get across
Sold.
the 50. Just get across the 50 and let this boy punt, dude.
Yeah. Hey, who's that kid on the Jaguars? He's hitting them from like 65 consistently.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta get to midfield, and you're good.
Yeah, I think. I mean, all jokes aside, having spring football and these kids are, they're probably younger than me. I'm old now. Yeah, these
Yeah.
kids kicking the UFL. I think kickers in the draft are kind of probably holding their breath a little bit because there's like a farm system for kickers now in this spring football. Nonetheless, you guys aren't going to take a kicker. I mean, I hope, but
No.
yeah,
God, no.
I guess. Staying on the roster, who are some guys that, if the Jets do start, we'll call it 0-6. Who knows? All right. If I, as a Raiders fan, have to watch the Jets at Monday morning at 2 a.m. here in Japan, who are some guys? Who are some jersey numbers that people like me should be watching if we have to watch the Jets?
Yeah.
Some underdogs.
Number 5, number 1 right here. Number 5, Jarrell Wilson. He is
Yeah.
by far like the most fun player I've watched in my life, I would say. And just like the ultimate professional. You never hear anything out of him drama wise, unless sometimes he's on the sideline blowing up because nobody else is trying like 20% as much as he is. And he just wants to win football games. And like that's seems to be all he really cares about. And when like the guys around him are slacking, he'll try to coach them up. But other than that, like just loves the team. Is committed to us through everything. Like he's had some of the worst throwers of the football thrown to him, and is still pulling 1,000-yard seasons. And like it's like and keeping his stuff together. Like it's crazy. But he's definitely my favorite. I think we'll see a resurgence from Brees this year. He had kind of a down year and a half-ish because there's a thing we call in the Jets fan base the solemn ope. It's like right after Rodgers went down, he's like that face that just like swept the team for like a good year. Where like as soon as something went wrong, that you could just see all their faces change and the game was over. Like you knew the game was over in like the second quarter, like just from their faces. So Brees was kind of suffering from the solemn ope pretty hard. But it seems like weirdly enough, the second half of this year, Glenn got something out of him where he just had a change of attitude, and all of a sudden he was running hard again and like pulling those crazy 40-50 yard runs you see out of him. So I'm excited. He just got tagged, so he got a decent paycheck, and I'm hoping that he kind of keeps that momentum from the end of last year coming into this year. Our 2 tackles, Membu and Fashanu, they're awesome. They're young guys that have showed out in their first rookie years. I think it was Membu's second year or Fashanu's second year last year. I kind of mix them up by sometimes. They're just big dudes on the edge. And defense-wise, it's a lot of young guys. I can't think of like a solo star that I think will shine. I think they're all just kind of solid players that as a team will kind of mold together to make a really solid defense. In addition with whatever edge we bring in. But on the offense, yeah, I'd say the tackles, Brees and Garrett, just awesome.
What about some underdogs? Who's your CB3? Because every team, and I mean every team, has that one cornerback that they're like, no, this guy's good, I promise. You know what I mean? And he rarely is, but we all believe that they are.
Yeah, I think for us it'll be Brandon Stevens. He was on the Ravens 2 years ago, and I believe he was one of like the worst rated corners in the league. And then we gave him like 12 million or something. And everybody's like, what the hell are we doing? But if you watch him play, he's always like a hair away from getting an interception. Like the ball, like he just looks at the last second, or like he's this far from separating. Like he's always right at the edge of being like an insanely good cornerback. So, and he actually last season had a decent year. He plays super aggressive, hits really hard. If he's coming off the edge on a blitz, like he'd smoke a quarterback or running back in the backfield. So he hits really hard. He's really, really close to being a really good cover corner. So if he takes another step like he did last year, I think he could be really solid this year.
His name is Spring. Is that what you said?
Brendan Stevens.
Oh, these said Spring Stevens. That'd be a dope name. I wish that was my name. I would start my own spring manufacturing company, you know. I could do
Especially
anything.
as a corner. That's a great corner name.
I could do anything with a name like that. Instead, I'm here.
I was double checking his name, make sure I didn't mess it up. It is Brendan Stevens.
Brandon Stevens?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, Brandon
he's
Stevens, you're on everyone's radar.
Yeah.
Ball out. Yeah. I love that. That's what we're trying to really, the whole point of interviewing all these fan bases is like A, learn about the franchise, and B, get a couple underdogs for each franchise, because we all have them. Every franchise, every fan base has a couple guys that we think are going to be awesome. Yeah,
absolutely.
Whether
it's
a
whole
not.
team for me every year.
you and me both, brother.
Yeah, it's the Jets. We're the underdogs. All right, we're Black Horse.
Yeah,
the dark horse for Super Bowl every year.
Very dark horse, yeah.
Very the darkest,
darkest horse.
Pitch black.
I mean, players that leave Vegas tend to excel where they go next. I.e., Randy Moss. We'll say Antonio Brown because he won a ring, but he had other issues. But hopefully, Geno Smith does great for you guys, and you do wonderful things.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Me too. And then in 3 or 4 years, another full circle. You'll bring Zach Wilson back, and you'll give him another shot.
Do for Jordan Love in a certain amount of years too. I think What? No, not 20 years. Maybe I think it's 17 years that Favre played and Rodgers played for the Packers and then came to the Jets. So we got another 12 or so years until Jordan Love is our quarterback. So.
You have that to look forward to, yeah, dude.
Yeah. You have options, really. Zach Wilson's out there. Sam Darnold probably needs to come do like a seance on MetLife at MetLife Stadium soon. You guys have options. You will have a quarterback that will be prepared for football.
Bring Christian Hackenberg back. We could do
oh my God.
Flacco. We could take Flacco back out of the grave and
there we go.
Get him back in there.
Yeah.
We got all kinds of guys.
You got options. Hilarious options.
Sanchez, we can get him out of jail. Bring him back.
Yeah. I mean, I guess on that, what do the words butt fumble mean to you?
Oh God. Pain. Just like no matter, like I said, we get a win every now and again. It's like, all right, like we're feeling good. Anytime we get a win, you just got to hear about fumble. Just get brought back down. Like, nothing good can happen in the fan base without it getting brought up by probably a Bills or a Patriots fan. But and that was on Thanksgiving, right? So that's national TV. You're watching, you're full of turkey and trying to have a good time watching your team. That's and that just kind of marked like the end of that era where we're like, oh man, we're actually like one of the better teams in the league right now. And then after that, no more. Just it's kind of the epitome of the franchise. It's like as soon as you think things are going well, you run into your own dude's butt and
Yeah,
lose
happens to me all the time.
fumble. Yeah, return 6 from the Patriots for on Thanksgiving.
This turkey tastes like ass all of a sudden. I don't.
Yeah, I don't even celebrate Thanksgiving now because of that.
I don't even
I
look
just
at
had,
butts, dude.
yeah,
I wouldn't even look at
no,
butts. Yeah.
not
Ew.
once, not once.
Ew.
Since,
That was the last straw.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, just every team has their funny moments, but on a happier note, I guess who would you say is your favorite Jet of all time? And I'm not saying not best Jet of all time. I'm talking more, like for you as a Raiders fan.
Yeah.
We've sucked pretty much my whole life. I still loved watching Michael Crabtree catch touchdowns.
Mhm.
Did it matter? Not to anybody else, but to me it did. So, like what's one of those guys for you growing up a Jets fan? I know highs and lows, but who's one of your faves?
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid recency bias by just saying Garrett because I do love Garrett so much. But I'm trying to think. I'm like, man, like growing up, I mean, Curtis Martin was on the team when I first started watching. He's hard to turn down. Yeah, Curtis Martin. Like as a Jets fan, you're supposed to say Joe Namath, right? Because he won us our Super Bowl. I believe he's our last MVP, which is insane. But
We'll get to the best of all time, right? You don't have to bring up Namath. That's before our time.
Okay. Yeah. So in my lifetime, probably Curtis Martin, Garrett. God, there was just such a long spell of no talent. Like there's a good 15 years of my fandom that's just nobody that was fun to root for. So
Yeah, I mean,
we're
the
basically
Revis Island was fun, right? Revis Island.
Revis. Oh my God.
That was
How did I
fun.
forget Revis? Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I totally blanked on Revis. Yeah. That was electric when he was on the team.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have to say, Garrett, Curtis, or Revis. Top 3, but probably Garrett.
I love that. Yeah, I mean, Garrett Wilson is absolutely electric. And I mean, we had a similar thing with Nandi Asamoah. That could be pronounced all kinds of ways, and I'm probably butchering it, but we sucked and we had an absolute elite corner that was just on an island.
Well, that's what
I'm sure a lot of people.
We went to back-to-back AFC Championship games with Mark Sanchez at quarterback. Like,
Yeah, dude.
the level of defense and offensive line you have to make that happen is insane. Although Mark, he like randomly became insanely good in the playoffs. Like if you look at the teams, we were beating the Peyton Manning Colts, the Brady Patriots, like the Flacco Ravens. I think I don't know if we ever beat Roethlisberger. They beat us in the championship the second year. But like he was just slaying dragons throughout like the whole playoffs, and you're like,
That's wild.
And we snuck in at like 9-8, I think each time. I think we were 9-8 and then 10-6 the 2 championship years. So like it was this wild card team like just going hard in the playoffs for no reason.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I can't root for the Jets, but that's pretty cool considering the era of the AFC East during all that. That's pretty dang cool. Rex Ryan and Mark Sanchez going to the AFC Championship game, like that's like true.
This past AFC Championship game was the first one that didn't have the Chiefs, Patriots, or Jets. That was like the stat because there was 2, 09 and 10 were the 2 with the Jets in it. So I was like, I thought that was funny. I started seeing that graphic pop up. I was like, we're in the same class as the Chiefs and the Patriots.
Yeah.
If you told like a 10-year-old that, they'd be like, Mark Sanchez, like the butt fumble guy. He was good. He was good.
Uber driver.
The cocaine guy.
But he was good at football. No straight bullshit.
Yeah.
Randomly for like 2 games a year, he was a stud.
Yeah.
Loved eating hot dogs on the sideline.
Yeah. Now he might have lost his mind a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
Good looking though. Can't take that from him.
Nope.
Yeah, super cute guy.
That's honestly what a lot of my value I get from my football players, like catching, running, whatever. As long as you're good looking, that's all I care about.
Oh yeah,
that's how you sell jerseys. Right?
Yeah, Eric Decker. Eric Decker is one of my favorite Jets of all time.
Yeah, there you go.
I actually can't tell if Josh Allen is good at football or not, or if it's just because he's freaking handsome.
Yeah, that might be it. I don't even like football.
Yeah. Anyway, handsome men or not, Mark Sanchez probably doesn't belong in this conversation, but what would be your top 3 actual best Jets of all time? We're calling it the Pyramid of Guys. Right? Pyramid of Guys.
Pyramid guys.
fun.
Okay.
You see
I
what I'm
got
saying?
you.
Yeah.
Guys,
Everyone's doing Mount Rushmore's top 4s. No, we're doing
only got
Pyramid
3.
of Guys. We got 3. Yeah, narrow it
Yeah.
down.
It's like guy, guy.
You get it.
You get it, right?
Oh yeah. Like
Okay.
he's a
Yeah,
Got it.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I got it the first time.
yeah. Probably see like that's tricky, right? Because do you want like guys that ever wore a Jets jersey or guys that are Jets? Because like Rodgers is a better quarterback than Namath, but Namath is a way better Jet than Rodgers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the best Jets, not necessarily like the greatest football players of all time, because with the same logic, just to make sure that we got so all 3 of our brains are on the same place. Jerry Rice, who probably the best wide receiver that's ever played for the Raiders. He's not He's not in the pyramid of guys of Raiders.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
So honestly, like that's kind of easy. The same 3 guys I ripped earlier: Namath, Martin, Revis. That's like they were each the best player on our team for a solid 5 to 10 years. So,
Yeah.
And just like, especially like Curtis Martin is so well known as such a good guy too.
Mhm.
And Namath's a legend. Like it's like I get crap from a lot of my friends because if you look at his stats now, he was like an okay quarterback in today's standard. But if you look back then, he was the only guy that threw for 4,000 yards. He threw for that in like 67. And then nobody else did it for like 12 years.
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
He was so dominant opposed to everybody else. And I always say, if you like the Super Bowl, you can thank the Jets because the first 2 were just dominated by the NFC team. And then the third one, they were like, this probably isn't really working out. Like, we might not do this anymore. And the Colts were like 18-point favorites, I think, against the Jets. And we beat them by like 13 or something. So the Jets Colts Super Bowl was the first one that like legitimized the AFC being a competitor in this league. And then they merged the next year. So like Namath kind of like helped lead to the merger and the Super Bowl being a thing. So like I think
I
it's
didn't
a pretty
know
big
that.
figure in NFL history.
Yeah.
Like you can't deny Namath's just legend status. And then Revis, I think, is just far and away the best corner that's ever graced the league. And like you said, just watching him put legends, absolute legends on an island and hold them to 1 catch for 13 yards just week after week after week. I don't know if we'll ever see something like that again. So yeah, those 3 I would say probably top.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Guys.
Yeah. Yeah, that's sick. I mean, thank you, Joe Namath. Thank you, Jets. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure the Bears still don't have a 4,000-yard passer.
I think Caleb just did it, didn't he?
He just did it
This year.
Oh, I think I think you're right.
Namath did it in the 60s. So
Yep.
That's crazy.
that is pretty,
That's
that-
crazy.
that is-
That's crazy for the Bears, but that's crazy for Namath too.
Mhm.
I think they're both equally as crazy. Actually, that's
Yeah.
wild.
People talk about Dan Marino being the revolutionary quarterback. They don't bring up Joe Namath. I didn't even know that. I didn't know Joe Namath was like one of those essentially like ahead of his time guys. That's really cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I think he ended up with like a pretty similar amount of touchdowns to picks, but he just yeeted the rock.
Yeah. I mean, that was acceptable back in the day. That was acceptable until very recently to throw picks. Brett
that
Favre was
became
probably the
Recent stat, yeah, that people get mad about.
can't do it anymore. Otherwise, Jameis Winston would be starting for the Jets next year. If you could throw picks, Jameis Winston would be.
We wanted him.
He'd be the guy. I want him right now.
Yeah.
I love Jameis, man,
He's an amazing bridge. I would love to have him for a couple of years.
and he's hilarious.
Good locker room guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he loves crabs. And who doesn't?
Is he still on the Giants?
Yeah, he
Or
is
no,
still
he
a
went-
giant.
Okay, I thought so.
I think so. Dylan?
They have like 9 quarterbacks.
I don't know. I don't know. I think he
I'm
went
pretty
somewhere
confident
else.
he's a giant.
We'll find
I
out.
kind of remember him moving too, but I can't remember where. I'll have to look into it.
Jamie
Get
is
off my game.
Winston. Is it Winston or Winston?
I think it's Winston.
I know.
Ask him. Get him on the pod.
Jamie is Winston.
First of all, I was joking, but second of all, he is still a giant. He is still a giant.
Okay. I usually have a pretty high level of football autism, but I haven't been keeping up as closely this offseason.
Yeah, usually the draft is when you figure out where everybody went, you know.
Yeah, you also, I mean, keeping up with the third string quarterback on any team isn't really what people do. If his name wasn't Jameis Winston, I don't think I would. You know what I mean?
There was a time I had pretty much all the team's rosters.
Yeah.
It's almost like you get married and have a kid and other things become important.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, try getting married, having a kid, and then moving to Japan and having to wake up at 2 a.m. to watch football. I make it happen, but I still didn't know for sure if Jameis went. I guess I'm not as good of a fan as I thought. But
No, that's why I gave up on the NFL when I was in Korea too. Luckily, it was towards the end of the season, so I didn't miss much. But yeah, there was no watching football.
no, I make it happen, but I mean, it's not easy. Like 2 a.m. is the first slate of games. 2 a.m. I have to go downstairs, but sometimes I don't do it every Tuesday. I'm gonna do it every week this week as long as we're making this podcast. But who needs sleep? You know,
Nobody.
All right, Dylan. Do you have any more questions for our man Ryan? I feel like we've crushed this interview.
Yeah. Ryan did really well.
Oh,
that's what everyone's talking about. How well Ryan did.
They will be very,
I
very
haven't
soon.
even been looking. Everybody.
No Jets questions.
No, Jet. I dig it.
Yes.
Right on, brother.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, do you have anybody you want to shout out? Wife, kids, unit, whatever, anything you want to say? And if you have any questions for us, send it.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I shout out my family. They're the best. But there's a Jets podcast that's made up of like super fans called Badlands. I want to give them a shout out. I've been following them for a long time. They started a documentary series like maybe 8-9 years ago now about like what happened, how we got here. And then since then, they've just been continuing with content. So they're great. One of the guys is Connor Rogers. I think he's the national draft guy for NBC, or he just does like NBC Sports for the Jets. And just on the side, he just does this podcast because he's just a super fan. So him and this guy Joe Caparoso, they give me all the knowledge I need. You know, I listen once a week and they catch me up on everything. So yeah, shout out to them. If any of them or any of the Badlands fans are watching, you know, they know. So
right on.
That's awesome.
Is that on Spotify then?
They're on Patreon.
Okay.
And then I think they just post clips on like YouTube and Instagram.
Right on.
Yeah. But,
Cool, man.
Shout out Badlands.
Hell yeah. Yeah, dude. This has been awesome, Brian. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. It was fun.
We'll get you back on the pod for big games and events and news or whatever. But this has been sick. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Yeah,
Before you go,
Jets, Bills.
no. Yeah, before you go, real quick prediction, pre-draft prediction, so we can come back to it later on. Wins, losses. What do you got?
I said earlier 8-9, but I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna say 9-8.
I love it. All right, right on, brother.
Hell yeah.
That's
9-8
for us. If we have a
that.
winning season, it'll be the best season in 10 years or 12 years.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if I could have anyone number 2 in the AFC East, it'd be the Jets.
yeah. Well, we appreciate that. We'll take it.
Right on, brother.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, brother. All right. Welcome back. Ryan the Jet was brought to you by our mother because she brought us to you. Now, Dylan, let's do what everybody's favorite thing. Let's contribute to the Make a List Foundation, huh?
Yeah.
Today's list, it is going to be the biggest NFL draft bust with the disclaimer of since 2010. Just so similar to the guys with no rings, there's so many freaking guys that didn't pan out. So we gave ourselves a little bit of a buffer, and then maybe next time we can even manipulate the year time frame again. So since 2010, biggest NFL draft bust. Dylan, you went first last time. I'm gonna go first this time.
I accept these terms.
And my 1-1 is Trey Lance, quarterback, San Francisco 49ers. Drafted 3rd overall in 2021. And the Niners, who are notorious for being like an incredible franchise, like a winning franchise, great head coach. Like they traded 4 picks, 3 of them first rounders for Trey Lance. And if it wasn't for Brock Purdy, that might be the biggest bust of all time. Like if Brock Purdy didn't save them, they would be considered like it would be. Who knows how? I mean, they'd probably find a quarterback to fill the same shoes that Purdy fills to a lesser competency, but dude, that could have ruined their franchise for years.
Yeah. When it comes to a draft capital standpoint, it is probably the worst bust of all time because it is hilarious. And at one of those picks became Micah Parsons as well. So yeah, pretty
unreal,
bad,
man. I don't have the data in front of me. Maybe you know because you're a little bit more of an encyclopedia than me. But in 2021, who were the other quarterbacks drafted? Like, did they miss on anybody good? I'm gonna look it up just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I'm blanking. Yeah.
Let me look it up. This is
totally
bad podcasting, but whatever. I think it could be interesting to see.
I'm totally blank right now.
That's how I walk around all day.
I can't. I'm blank. I have no
Okay,
idea.
So I'm just gonna go first. I'll go first and second round quarterback. So first overall was I know this isn't part of the list, but let's just whatever data points. Trevor Lawrence was 1. They didn't have a chance there. Zach Wilson was 2. And then Trey Lance. Next quarterback taken was Justin Fields, so they did not miss out on anything there. Yeah, Justin Fields draft. Let's see. Let's just see the second round real quick to see if they missed anybody hilarious. Kyle Trask was the next quarterback pick. So they didn't miss out on a generational quarterback, it sounds, but they still could have improved their team, and they did not. They did not improve their team at all. And the next 3 picks were Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase, and Jalen Waddle. Then Penei Sewell.
Those are better players.
Was in that pick.
Holy
yeah. Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah, Micah Parsons, Slater, Vera Tucker. Oh man, what a fucking botch job, dude. Oh wow. Yeah, but all right, sorry. That's my pick, Trey Lance.
That's a good pick. That's probably 1-1 if you really dive into it. But I'm gonna go with Josh Rosen from the Josh Allen draft.
Okay.
Yeah, he started 14 games his rookie year. Threw for about 2,200 yards, 11 tutties, 14 picks, but he was sacked 45 times that year. So he has those 14 starts. I think he's got 16 total starts in his career. He was traded that offseason because they got Kyler Murray, and he was basically never heard from again. He jumped around.
Yeah.
And I think he's out of the league right now, or he's like a practice squad jumping around. I have no idea. But he was the 10th overall pick in the 2018 draft. And goodbye.
Yeah. I like that pick a lot. Yeah, you don't. It's very, very rare to see a top 10. A first round pick, a first round quarterback, first round pick of any position get traded like immediately.
Yeah,
That does not happen. That does not happen. So that makes sense. Josh Rosen, loser, probably a good insurance salesman now, and a cool guy probably. Nothing against Josh Rosen. He just wasn't very good at football in the NFL.
Dude, he had an $11 million signing bonus. I think he's good. I think he's okay.
Yeah, no, he's probably doing just fine in life, but just not on the gridiron anymore.
Yeah.
All right, my pick.
Yes.
I'm gonna go. Chase Young.
Wow. Okay.
Second overall, 2020. And so I did this. Like the whole brain creation of this list thing. I did a couple things. I tried to stick it to guys that costed the most capital. That didn't work out, and that's not really what this criteria is. This is hype based because he was supposed to be the next JJ Watt, and that is not what happened. I think he's still in the league, so at least he wasn't. He's not so bad that he can't be on the NFL roster. You know, he's a rotational pass rush guy now, so good for him, which makes sense. He's an absolute freak of a human being. But I remember when he came out, like that's what we were missing from this NFL draft, like the lack of an absolute elite. Like this guy can't miss. He's gonna be, a perennial Pro Bowler. Nope.
Yeah. No, absolutely. With the draft buzz and everything that come with Chase Young, that's a good pick.
Yeah. Yep, that's what I think.
Nice. Okay. I'm gonna take a name that's not sexy, but after I explain it, it is a good pick. Okay.
I love it.
Justin Gilbert was a defensive back, 2014 pick number 8 in the draft. Number 8.
Okay.
He was out of the league in 3 years.
Oh my god.
And he only started 3 games in his whole career.
Damn. That's
and the picks that were shortly after him were the likes of Aaron Donald, OBJ, which, asterisk next to that one, and Taylor Lewan. But yeah, Justin Gilbert, Cleveland Browns, being the Browns, 2014, number 8 overall. 3 starts.
damn, that is sad. He just wasn't good at football. Like, why wasn't he in the league anymore?
He wasn't good at that. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. You never know how money and everything is gonna make people act. I have no idea. I have no idea, but
Yeah. I just didn't know if it was like a Henry Ruggs situation where like he got drafted, he was really good at football, and then maybe he killed a dog or something, and then had to go to prison. But yeah, who knows, dude? And we'll never know. Maybe someone can Google it, but I'm not going to do it. I don't want to.
no.
Nice.
No.
I love that. Okay, my third pick in the 2026 Episode 2 Make a List Foundation draft. I'm going to go Mitchell Trubisky. 2017 second overall, and this is one of those ones that it's purely because he was right there.
Yeah, I know. I saw that on when I was doing some searching, but he started for 4 years. He took him to the playoffs. Took him, but I took him off my list. Maybe I'm a little bit of a homer because he has been Josh Allen's backup for a couple of years, but I dig it though.
I get it. I think it's just similar. Like when you think about like the grand scheme of things, right? Like, so like Trey Lance, for example, he's like the biggest bust of all time, but that's only because they give up so much compensation. But Brock Purdy saved them. Nobody came to save the Bears. I mean, Caleb Williams, I guess now, I don't know, 9 years later is possibly going to save them, but the fact that he was right in front of Mahomes, and they could have taken Mahomes, and they did a pick swap with Niners, who drafted Fred Warner. So
yeah, no, with the Mahomes context, it is a glaring bust for sure. Yeah, like sad, scary bad.
Yeah, they could have had one of the best of all time, and instead they had a backup for the Buffalo Bills, not even their own team.
Yeah. Good pick.
Thank you.
I'm gonna stay in Chicago and go with Kevin White, wide receiver,
Oh, God.
number 7 overall in the 2015 draft. Caught a total of 25 catches, caught a total of 25 balls in his time in Chicago. I think he missed his whole rookie year with an injury, or I don't even know, but number 7 overall, 25 passes. Loser.
Yeah,
Better
I
than me
remember when
in every way possible. But
I mean, we don't know that. You don't know that. Not every way possible. He could be a terrible human being, Dylan. And maybe he's not very good at drinking beer. You have something over him.
I definitely got that on him, no question.
Yeah, but no, I like that. I do remember when he came out, like the hype was insane too. One of those oh no, he's gonna make sure that the Bears finally get a 4,000-yard passer, and Nope.
Psych.
All right, cool. I'm going to do a little bit of a homer pick, but I don't really care. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to go
Fair enough.
Alex Leatherwood.
Who the
Alex
hell is Alex
Leatherwood.
Leatherwood?
Offensive guard. And didn't belong in the first round. I know the consensus, all that bullshit, nobody cares. Like it's just a bunch of talking heads ranking people. But dude, this guy, I think he was like the 17th pick in the 2021 draft. That was I think Mike Mayock's first draft, and everyone thought that he just knew something other people didn't know, and he was waived before the 2022 season. Drafted 2021, didn't make the team in 2022, and I don't know if it was like a Marcus Russell eating Wendy's instead of watching tape thing. I don't know I don't remember exactly what it was, but yeah. Terrible pick, and at a time where the Raiders had a new regime. They just like something that sets something that sets a franchise back, years. Like it's god awful.
That's a good pick. It's a good pick. That whole regime was doomed from the jump, bro. They had no chance.
Yeah. But I did like the idea of bringing in a analyst, like an NFL network. Like all he does is do mock drafts, and he knows everything, and he fucking critiques everyone's, picks and all that. So I thought that he could do it, but instead he drafted Alex Leatherwood and Cleveland Farrell, and he sucks his job. I haven't seen him since.
Me either. But I'm sure he got a buttload of cash from you, so keep buying Raiders jerseys.
Almost definitely. No need.
My number
That's not
4.
that's not one of the guys. Sorry, that's not one of the guys. Like one of the jerseys I bought and cursed. That one he did that by himself. That wasn't a curse.
Leatherwood would be a good jersey to have.
It would be. My daughter has a Henry Ruggs jersey, and I put white duct tape over his name and just write Janikowski in Sharpie when she wears it.
Smart.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. My pick. John Ross, speedster, legend. And I'm dumb enough where if the Bills were to sign John Ross right now, I'd be like, he can still do it. He was fast. He can still do it. He's fast.
What more do you need? Speed.
Yeah, dude. That's a Al Davis pick all day. It wasn't the Raiders, but that's all speed. His career stats: 63 receptions, 900 yards, and 11 touchdowns. The touchdowns is a good ratio for how many balls he caught, but that was in 5 seasons. The hype that everything that came with it because he ran that 40 time and then just to I don't know, do nothing.
Yeah, it's almost like unexplainable. You know what I mean? Like now he's in the UFL. He plays somewhere in the UFL now. But if you're that fast, like you just lack quickness and you can't run a route. I'm generally being like I don't understand how if you're that fast and you don't have like a work ethic issue. You know what I mean? I'm just saying it's almost unbelievable. But good pick.
Yeah, I don't understand it at all because he's fast.
He's fast. If I was fast, I'd totally be in the NFL.
That's how my simple brain thinks. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, if I could just run a 4.240, what could have been the money I could have. But yeah, I love that pick. I'm gonna go kind of a funny pick, and it's like a recent one, so it's still pending, you could say, but I think we all already know the outcome. I'm gonna go Anthony Richardson, 4th overall, 2023. That was another one that didn't quite make sense when it happened. Because he has a cannon for an arm. He's a super athletic guy. They drafted him because they thought he was going to be Cam Newton or something, and that just didn't it really didn't even make sense at the time. Which the Colts they are a good organization. They make good decisions. I guess maybe not. They just gave Daniel Jones a bunch of money. Who knows? Maybe they're not that good actually, but that was a swing and a miss, dude. And they've been paying the price at quarterback since Luck retired abruptly. and this was
Yeah.
supposed to be the solution to that. And dude, him taking that play off, I don't know, I don't remember what year that was. Might have been his rookie year. Like, dude, you're the quarterback. You can't take a play off. You're tired.
That's a wild.
What do you?
dude.
Yeah, dude. What? But he's still in the league. Sometimes the guys that lack. I'm not going to say too many bad things. I don't know the guy. He could have had freaking diarrhea for all I know, and he had to go do it. I don't know, but
Yeah.
that's just wild. And it's wild that they picked him, and it's wild that he didn't pan out. It's actually not wild he didn't pan out, but an absolute waste of a 4th overall pick.
Yeah. True. Good pick. I actually forgot about him. So
He's still out there. He's still a Colt.
he's still
They're
young.
saying he was going to be like he was like a trade candidate for the draft, right? He was like one of the guys. This guy might get moved during the draft, but I don't think he has like, I don't know, like value. You know what I mean? Like you could you could keep your 4th round pick or your 7th round pick and maybe get a quality player for your team, or you could trade for Anthony Richardson that, I don't know, he might lead you all the way to the playoffs and then take a play off when it matters. It's just crazy. But yeah, that's my pick, Anthony.
Yeah, that's a good pick. He's still young. I'd be stoked if the Bills traded like a 7th round pick for him, but make him play tight end or something. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Good pick.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna round out my picks with the quarterback that was picked before Trey Lance, or was it after? No, it was before. Zach Wilson, 2021, pick number 2. The upside down Cougar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel
I
for
love
the
that
kid.
pick.
He got thrown to the wolves with a bad franchise, but he was not. The fact he got picked at number 2 is pretty silly, but quarterbacks are wild. But he is not good at NFL football. Just not good. He's a backup now. I hope he is in the league as long as they'll take him and help. He makes lots of money, but number 2 overall for that outcome it's not good. So it's not good.
Yeah, it's not good. And I do think that he still has like backup quarterback juice in the tank. You know what I mean? He will be on a team for a while.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, but 2nd overall, you draft somebody else's backup quarterback. And the Jets oh man, I feel for him.
If history repeats itself, Zach Wilson will be the Jets starter in about 10 years. So
yeah, dude, he'll go win a ring for somebody and then come back, or he'll go play for the Raiders, absolutely suck, and then go back to the Jets.
Yeah,
and be good. Yeah, Zach Wilson. He's the BYU kid with like the hot mom, right? Or yeah,
he is the BYU kid who made sweet love to his friend's mom in high school.
That's actually cool. Yeah, he's a handsome guy.
I think.
Super cute.
Super cute.
Anyways. All right, cool. Yeah, I do like that pick. I think so. That's 5 for each of us, right? I got, not in any order, Trey Lance, Chase Young, Mitch Trubisky, Alex Leatherwood, Anthony Richardson. Who are your 5?
I had one: Joshua Rosen, Justin Gilbert, Kevin White, John Ross, and Zachary Wilson.
Nice, John. Yeah, John Ross was the funniest one. I can't believe I didn't even think of that.
Stud.
Super stud. All right, nice, dude. That was fun. You want to get a honorable mention? One that counts.
Yeah, I think Justin Blackman should be on that list.
He definitely has to be mentioned for sure. People deserve.
Dude, he was incredible at Oklahoma State, and I think he had like, I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I don't want to speak incorrectly, but I think he had some off the field stuff that just like ruined everything. But Justin Blackman should probably be on the list. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I completely agree. I was gonna go Richardson, but he's just outside of the 10 years. But I just wanted to say his name because we mentioned him earlier for getting I don't know, averaging 2 yards a carry, but he doesn't count. So I guess my honorable mention, I'm going to go with. I know I picked 2 Raiders. It sucks. It is what it is. I'm a Raiders fan. I'm going to go Cleveland Farrell.
Horrible pick.
4th overall pick. Another one of those picks, and you don't hear this. You really don't hear this too often because the guys that do the draft shows are professionals. They love football. They're pros. They're not trying to and they know that they do know they don't know shit. But when they took him, everyone was like, "What? Why didn't you wait until the 2nd round or or don't draft him at all?" I don't know. He's still a rotational guy because he's a bigger edge, so he does okay against the run, everything. But 4th overall, that's where you get your Khalil Macks and Joey Bosa's. That's not where you get your Cleve Farrells.
No. Yeah, I remember when they took him too. Everyone was like, "Oh."
Dude, and I don't have it in front of me, but there were some nasty guys on the board still.
I'm sure there were, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to look it up because it doesn't really matter, but yeah, probably one of the worst. I mean, we're talking about it, one of the worst picks of all time.
Yeah. But
and it kind of sucks for him. Yeah. And also, but he never should have been drafted that high in the first place. So yes, he's a bust because he was drafted 4th overall. He should have been drafted in the 2nd, early 3rd, 2nd round, and then it wouldn't be bust. It'd just be like, yeah, he's a rotational guy. That's what it is. But instead, he is a big time bust. Sorry about it.
Big bust. Busty guy.
All right. He is a thick boy. Yeah, I remember, but him and Crosby were like salt and pepper for a while, and I thought like, oh shit, we have our ends figured out for the next, 7 years. And Salt made it. Pepper did not make it.
No, but that's why you throw the dart, man.
That's I guess, man. But come on. All right, do you have any guys you wanted to say out loud, or I think that about sums it up?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, dude. Let's we'll take a little break and we'll bounce back and wrap up the show.
Okay.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah. Let's wrap up the show. As usual, a little positivity. Let's talk about what we love, Dylan. What do you love?
Great question, Cody. I love Sunday mornings. This isn't necessarily a football thing. They're better. Sundays are better during football season. But Sunday morning, you got the whole day ahead of you. My day usually starts with me making breakfast, and then my incredible wife and daughter come down the stairs, and they're happy to see me. And, and this isn't, you could be married with kids. You could be a single fella, single lady. Sunday mornings, dude, chill time.
Yeah, dude, Sunday mornings are the best. Yes, they are for people like us better with football. But those off-season Sundays, I wake up and I can go fishing with the family and like spend time with people. I mean, being able to wake up and the Sunday scaries not immediately creep in. Like the first couple hours of a Sunday before you start thinking about like, I gotta work tomorrow. Dude, Sunday mornings are the best. Yeah, you have all the time in the world. You can make dinner or make breakfast with the family. You can go do anything you want. And if you're hungover from Saturday, you can open a beer at 8 a.m. and there's no worries. Everything's fine. Your hangover's gonna be gone. Yes, dude, Sundays are the best. And there's a lot of terrible things in this world. You could get drafted 4th overall to the Raiders and then not live up to that hype. But there's all kinds of bad stuff like war and stuff. There's all kinds of bad things in the world, but we got to appreciate the little ones, the little good things. I mean, and that is Sunday mornings is one of those beautiful, beautiful things that we love.
Amen, brother.
And we got a couple weeks ahead of us of no football, but those Sunday mornings soon will have football.
Soon enough. Yeah.
Soon enough. All right. I guess that wraps it up. This has been a bunch of fun, like always. Please like and subscribe. Follow us on X and Instagram at React to Content Podcast, and we'll keep you updated on all of our dumb lists and content. And I'm going to go to work. Dylan, go Raiders.
Go Sabres.
Go Bills.
Oh, yeah. All right. Later, guys.